Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. 365 days roundabout since the last time we were doing this. The big kahuna, the granddaddy of them all. End of days 2. Right here in Memphis, Tennessee, a capacity crowd
of 69,000, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, set. I am Agent A.
This is Agent K, and I am going to try my damnedest to hear myself think among all these roaring AWS fans. We are starting off hot. I can't believe I'm saying this. The Extreme Rules triple threat match between TJ, the core Ruination, the world heavyweight champion Kenneth Killgore, and the man who wants to make it his 9th, Mamba Ant. And you hear the
Where the hell is he? And there he is.
You hear the music. This is Mamba Ant's favorite track. This is Mamba Ant in his prime. This is exactly what Kenneth Killgore wanted, for him to feel like he was 1000%. He is pumped up. He is ready to go.
And Ant is with that RSVP inspired gear he has on in Memphis, Tennessee. Probably an Omen and Crimson Cobra and the many of alike in the history that is here for his family in the South. We are here. We are set. And this is where the high rollers play. This is where you go to a club, about 6 high rollers, got 6 revolver shooters, and you better watch what you say. This is an open carry state, and this is an open carry match, as one can say.
Now you bet, like my partner mentioned, that this is going to be in a very emotional match for Mamba Ant. These two guys are perhaps the closest friends he has in the locker room. But right now, they're his enemies, they're his rivals, they're his opponents. And for this man, he is family. You don't have to chronicle how TJ got into the Actionz Wrestling Federation. We talk about it all the time. But the betrayals have come from his side toward Mamba Ant, and it has all come down to one thing. Anthony thinks he is better than TJ. And for the life of it, this kid will not stand for it.
TJ set to face his cousin, set to face the 5-star classic we beat last year.
Exactly.
He represents Ruination. He earned Ruination this shot. He fought his own partners to get this shot in a ladder match. And there is a reason. He's wearing his own stylized gear, all black. Wearing that Z Fighter gi. It's something that truly does like Mamba Ant in that song. That is something of his favorite. That is something that helps TJ feel 1000%. This new track, Hail Mary. He truly believes he is finding himself in his prime, a young Machiavelli. And yes, he said that's a shot to Killgore.
And
how the hell did he even figure out about that?
Listen, the homework done for this match, for this affair, for this event is like none other I have seen in all my years of calling professional wrestling. TJ, who last year found himself in this spot in the opening match against the man who was about to come down the aisle. It was a different TJ then. He was calm, he was stoic, but you could sense that there was a ticking time bomb under the surface. And now that bomb has blown up. But will this man be able to contain it? Will this man be able to silence all the doubters, all the haters, all the people who thought he wouldn't even be on this card?
Kenneth Killgore, the world heavyweight champion, walking with a confident stride. Look at the jacket he has commissioned as of lately. His property. It's around his waist. It's the world title. And it's what these 2 men will fight for. These 3 men. Wow. Well, we're in Memphis, and the AWF faithful have never been nice people, now have they?
And now, an interesting reaction to Kenneth Killgore. But nevertheless, he is here to compete. He thanks each and every single person in those stands, whether they cheer for him or they boo him. And all 3 guys, look at that, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. It has been held by some of the greatest athletes to ever lace up a pair of boots, put on a pair of tights, and call themselves professional wrestlers, call themselves men of this sport.
And for TJ, this is not the first time he has been a former World Heavyweight Champion. He's held the belt before, beat BLITZ to do it on Monday, AWF July 23rd last year. This is his first matchup in a World Heavyweight title match since his rematch with Tiptastic, and now the chops begin. Now Mamba's going to wait. Killgore, the strike exchange. Mamba Ant's third attempt at the World Heavyweight Championship. Fought Triple H for it, fought BLITZ for it, lost both occasions. And now TJ, perhaps going to end it immediately. Ant went for the RKO. TJ went for his Kamehameha Spear. And then an arm drag from Killgore to start the match. RKO!
And we are off to the races already. And you mentioned that, right, Mamba Ant has had attempts. He has never held this current version of the World Heavyweight Championship. Look at that. Oh! Double underhook DDT by Kenneth Killgore there. That's what this has really been all about, right? Mamba Ant feels as though Kenneth Killgore, him having that championship, is somehow a burden to the 5-Star Classic. He can't hold the weight. He can't be the face of the company. Mamba Ant needs the championship to defend against
Oh, look at this. Look at this. TJ, bloodied mask and all, clocks both AK-170 members as they attempted to strike him. I say members, tag partners that are on and on, have fought Ruination. Tried to be, Kenneth Killgore has said nothing nice about Mamba Ant in his lead up to End of Days. Their exchange on Ignition was intense to say the least.
Well, I mean, why would he? Mamba Ant
in the right hands, but even despite all that, these two are working together to beat the hell out of TJ.
I think they understand that the threat of Ruination is bigger than whatever beef, whatever rivalry that these two friends may have, and trust me, that road runs deep. But right now, it's time to focus on the hulking brute known as TJ. He just mollywopped Mamba Ant, goes for the quick cover, but the champion wants to stay in this game. And Agent A, of course, the inevitable. When TJ gets down, when he gets knocked down, it will be the two storied rivals, Killgore and Mamba Ant, in the ring.
Here comes an RKO of his own. Hooks the leg.
Here we go.
Into the ring, Ant splits it up.
I bet a lot of people expected the first main event, or the first End of Days, to be Kenneth Killgore versus Mamba Ant for some sort of championship, but things did not pan out for Killgore. He had a reset year, which saw him damn near almost quit the AWF. Let's be honest. He after the Tiptastic debacle, and here we go.
That puts an end to that alignment.
Here we go. This is what a lot of people bought tickets for, to see Mamba Ant and Kenneth Killgore
off the
cross
road.
swords. Look at that. Oh!
And Ant,
back up.
He felt insulted that his own best friend truly believes that Ant is not on his level as a wrestler, as anything. Said that this company, this specifically, broke Mamba Ant. Yet he made Killgore who he is today. And Ant, with several exchanges.
And you can feel
he's
every bit of that slightedness in every right hand, Agent A, and every kick. Mamba Ant wants to prove once and for all that he is a better wrestler.
And he can only do so much, trying to fight off two gentlemen. And TJ, beautiful arm drag, powerful arm drag, now rolls over Ant's body, hooks the leg, the cover now down.
On the apron.
One, not even a one, kick up.
I don't have to say it, folks. You don't have to be the man pinned to lose a championship if you're Kenneth Killgore.
And Killgore now has a double axe handle missed. TJ focused on, that Dragon Steamboat uppercut,
an RKO to Killgore. He has tasted that venom much too many times.
And gets out of the way, picks up the barbed wire, Mark Teixeira bat, rolls up, and here, TJ getting struck with it, barbed wire.
Signature to Mamba Ant as the RKO, as a Mamba Vice. That is his bread and butter, his joy and beauty. That Mark Teixeira autographed baseball bat.
Killgore.
Power
bombs. Nearly onto the and here, kick out. TJ still there, right there. Ant tried to go for something off the ropes. In the way, deadlifting suplex right there.
And let's talk about it. He has been in epic sagas and matches with both these men. If we're concerning Mamba and, of course, TJ.
At Revenge of the Fallen, that brutal the first time you saw someone go through a flaming table on AWF TV.
And
it was that young man, a clothesline.
We can never forget the Iron Man match that Kenneth Killgore and Mamba had at the final countdown. But now Killgore trying to use his wrestling expertise to steal one.
Nearly won him that matchup.
Exactly.
Here, look at the hip toss.
We're dealing with, we're talking about Kenneth Killgore.
Kick right there. Oh, TJ walking up.
Oh my God!
Barbed wire, hooks the leg.
You gotta be kidding me.
2, oh, into the ring. Here's Killgore.
Must have caught wind of Kenneth Killgore, which is why he released the hold. Oh my goodness!
The low
blow! It is all legal, and Mamba Ant with one of his own. What the hell is going on?
And hoisting up the World Heavyweight Champion. RKO on the bat. Both TJ and Killgore having going down on that bat. And now several strikes.
And this crowd is really behind Mamba Ant. He's not necessarily the hometown hero, but like we mentioned, some of his roots are here. And that's exactly why these people are cheering everything he does. Some Antichrist. These people are in love with him right now.
And Killgore, he's lined up, but Ant doesn't want to. Maybe he's having trouble, but he doesn't go for the punt kick. He opts to instead use the barbed wire bat.
The sitting duck right now, literally. And Killgore rising up to his feet. He's not going to let Mamba Ant victimize him any longer.
Is that so? Because Kenneth Killgore is lined up on the bat!
And a second pedigree onto barbed wire. And Mamba Ant, they wanted the old Mamba Ant back, the Antichrist, the man who reigned over the AWF.
And they're most certainly getting him 3 attacks on the barbed wire. And now that stop sign into the ring. Big scissor kick from TJ. And metal to the back of his head. His own cousin.
And metal wins every time. Let me tell you, folks. Bleeding from the brow. TJ is, and I believe Killgore is as well.
Here comes TJ.
It is absolute carnage. Look at Killgore trying to tear the limbs off of TJ. And what is this?
And is attacking the legs.
Is he out of his damn mind?
Attacking the legs of TJ, already in a hold with the baseball bat.
And Killgore trying to jump out of the gym elbow once again. But my man caught him in the back of the neck going, oh my Jesus Christ. Newton might have to use his authority in this match. I understand that this is no holds barred. Anything goes. But the violence we are seeing on display is prone to ending careers, maybe even ending lives in the long term.
Here, Kenneth Killgore and is trying to line him up for something else.
And right now, the powerhouse
swing,
nation.
Miss, he handsprings. TJ, as you said it, introducing that ladder into the ring. Superman punch to the back of the head.
Position on our announce table. I am halfway inclined to just push this damn thing off of here for the safety of all 3 men.
Power slam. And TJ.
The presence of the ladder here is eerie, folks.
Attitude adjustment on the stop sign.
Killgore.
Right now, I know him maybe wants to admit it. Mamba Ant is in control of this matchup. Killgore and TJ have gotten their offense in, yes, but it appears one competitor is getting more strikes in.
Well, let's be honest. This is the Antichrist playground. Let's not forget the times he beat both these men. It was in a match just like this, where he had that bat, where he had the stop sign, he had the ladder, he had these tools under the ring.
And now Killgore, a chance at something. That classic backbreaker of his, reliable, but Ant probably just too damn used to it. TJ tried to get the A-Rod bat. That one knocked out of his hand. Into a suplex, he escapes getting suplex under the barbed wire yet again.
Now Killgore trying to get involved. He is the World Heavyweight Champion after all. Oh, that
spin kick.
just missed narrowly, and now a temporary alliance again between Anthony and Killgore to take out the bigger TJ. And
RKO!
I think Killgore is being too damn forgiving of a man he knows would snake him at a moment's notice.
And a crossbody out of the ring.
Anarchy. I don't think there was a better hardcore wrestler in the AWF than Mamba Ant. The creativity, and I can't believe I'm using that word to describe what this man does. But he really is an innovator. And yet another ladder introduced.
And now his cousin, his legs! You know, recently Mamba Ant has taken off his knee pads, taken off his arm, his everything, knee braces. Everyone called him taped up like Stone Cold in 02. And he said, okay, I'm going to show everyone. He says he firmly believes he doesn't need any of that to continue to last and to continue to go in this industry.
It wasn't a smart idea by Mamba Ant whatsoever.
Oh, wait, Killgore has his friend wrapped up, suplex onto this.
Good God Almighty!
No give! Steel stairs! His back decimated! 1, 2, and a kick out.
Spine first. Kenneth Killgore. I'm not even sure if he knew the steel steps were there. He absolutely just tried to paralyze.
And now Ant trying to return the feather.
Oh my gosh, and he does. The corner of the steel steps hitting Killgore. He's like right in the vertebrae, and now TJ.
Swing,
AJ, what are we watching?
Kamehameha!
This is absolute carnage.
1, 2. TJ was nearly World Heavyweight Champion. Carnage that could have came to a deafening stop and halt.
And Killgore knows that, which is exactly why he hustled to get in that ring. And once again, AK-175 themselves fighting amongst each other. Killgore tosses Anthony out of the ring.
And Kenneth has Ant lined up in sight.
Oh my God! All risks are taken here in Memphis, Tennessee. Count the degrees on that senton because I can't.
And TJ gets the barbed wire. Killgore has a steel chair and gets it out of Killgore's hands.
He was absolutely trying to end Mamba Ant there. He was trying to end him.
And now Ant trying to get back up. These two exchanging hellacious attacks on a steel. And TJ striking away. Back right to, he is showing no regard, no favoritism.
We're talking about Mamba Ant, we're talking about Kenneth Killgore. How about the level of violence that TJ is exhibiting?
A last ride on the Killgore!
On Killgore's spine! That got me out of my damn seat! Mamba Ant once again, powerbomb position, TJ.
Last ride into the chair!
What the hell?
These gentlemen innovating in this triple threat for the world title. Powerbomb onto the ladder.
Not a single ounce of respect.
TJ
of humanity.
Still with life.
All for the richest prize. The World Heavyweight Championship.
The most highly anticipated match, perhaps one of them on this card, and a stop sign to TJ. Killgore. Stopped him, Mamba Ant.
He's up and a neck breaker.
Big super kick to TJ.
Is he made out of diamonds? Mamba Ant.
He stops. He was going for Killgore, but he stops. He goes to TJ, catches an elbow to the face. TJ slowly up doing an uppercut. Ant went for a low kick, swing, the miss. They're going back and forth.
Low point in this matchup. It's been go between three guys who can go, three guys who have an absolute eternal motor, and we are watching it right now.
Killgore.
I can't even count the countless amount of hours that all of these three guys put into their conditioning. But Killgore is losing a lot of blood, and so is TJ. And my man realizes that.
Welcome to prime time. Again on a stop sign. Again on a chair. And a big kick. Down.
And the champ is down.
For the World Championship.
This is all on the Antichrist. This is all on the end. Oh, he kicks out. Shoulder up. And a kip up. He says, give me more.
Swing. Miss. Low kick. This. Crash course action. And now, TJ out of the ring.
What the hell is left to pull out of the ring? I have no clue. But Mamba Ant answers with that table
And does he want to, that kind of, and they're not going to say it backfired, but
Killgore, what the hell? He's clearing
this is the opening match.
He's clearing the announce table. What the hell is going on?
And throws the table.
He just threw the table
on his head. And now Ant throwing against the announce table.
Look, watch TJ. Watch TJ.
With steel stairs.
Oh my God.
TJ and
Jesus.
On with Killgore's head with his leg drop. Tilt-a-whirl and all. Ruination. TJ now. It's TJ and Ant, the cousins duel.
Looks like my man is baiting TJ. He is baiting him up the rampway. You're not going to get your fall there.
And he knows that. Both gentlemen know that.
Oh my God, what a Superman punch. And displaying the dominance of Ruination and at the top of the ramp.
Memphis crowd acknowledging Ruination. They're behind Ruination. As the match goes on, it's very hard to say who's getting out of there. Getting out of this with a win, the world champion. Livid, throwing steel into the ring.
Kenneth Killgore is absolutely playing construction worker. He's just throwing the steel steps, perhaps out of frustration. Perhaps he's planning something.
And Killgore slides this table into the ring.
From a man who fancies himself a pure wrestler, a student of the sport, this is absolutely unbecoming of Kenneth Killgore. But is it unbecoming of the World Heavyweight Champion? I think not, which is exactly why.
And springboard Rana into the ring.
And right before Killgore could get what I think was a spear, my man steals his thunder.
And again with this innovative hold, this time TJ sits back. Well, again, he wanted no knee pads, no braces, nothing. Limbs stretch out and look at, oh my goodness, Killgore's chest.
He tried the RKO.
Bloodied and battered.
Work.
Power slam.
A big power slam sits my man down.
TJ picked up and tossed away.
Absolutely just chucked the champion in a big boot. TJ standing tall, AK-170 in a heap. And now the A-Rod bat, the original.
It all started there, and Ant disarms his cousin. Those table handles, ladies and gentlemen, still pretty rough. And
wow,
damn!
He just threw TJ over the top rope, steel chair in hand. And we all know that Mamba is a very dangerous man when he has a weapon.
He has an scarily accurate aim. And another welcome to prime time to the world champion on a steel chair.
How many of these is he gonna take? How does Kenneth Killgore not have a concussion? How is he not knocked out?
Who says he doesn't? He's fighting off pure will. TJ, neck breaker.
Look at the blood. Kenneth Killgore's gear, which is all white and green in a tribute to Mitsuharu Misawa, is now stained red with the blood.
Oh my! I said he has scarily accurate aim. He quarterbacks that right into TJ, and now Ant with the table in his hands throws it to TJ again. Here he comes. Tilt-a-whirl!
I can't even see what the landing was. From this angle, I'm not sure if Mamba Ant was the loser or the victor in that instance.
Well, right now, Killgore, he goes to pick up the remains. TJ in a bit of trouble right now, dealing with the world champion one-on-one. A pissed-off world champion who is somehow still fighting through all of this. Down, abdominal drop. Oh! Down goes Killgore.
Took off
down
both
goes
men.
TJ.
Shot straight out of a cannon. And Mamba Ant, TJ is down.
I am getting a fearful gut pit feeling.
I certainly am as well.
He could be a 9-time world champion. Here comes another last one.
Oh my God.
Onto the steel.
Killgore might be out of this match. He might be out of commission. There is no way.
And look at him. He's called the Terminator. T-1000 for a reason. Ant hoisting up the cousin for a last ride. Catching altitude onto the stop sign.
And Mamba Ant now trying to stop Killgore in his tracks. Killgore with a boot to the stomach.
Off the ropes.
Goes off the ropes. A little collision there between both men. Off the ropes once again.
Off.
Oh, he caught him with the flapjack.
Down. Stops. Puts up the stop sign. Puts up the ladder. And TJ sneaks around.
Oh my goodness.
Flaming table.
How the tables turned. Revenge of the Fallen. It was Mamba Ant who put a torch to that table. But now TJ wants to make his cousin go through a funeral pyre.
And now, TJ
that ladder.
into the corner.
I'm not sure what Mamba Ant wants that ladder.
Throwing the ladder off his cousin's body. Flaming table ablaze at end of days. This is only the opening matchup for the World Championship.
Leaders of blood. Look at Killgore. Jesus.
And Ant still hasn't shed once. And now TJ, Killgore steps back. Killgore steps back. Here. And now TJ evades trouble. Ant going ringside.
You know he still wants to make use of that flaming table.
And he plans to, right here, right now. Mamba Ant has his cousin lined up, ready.
This is deja vu.
Game 6.
This is deja vu.
Last ride through the flaming table. Killgore slams down Ant off the turnbuckle.
And TJ has been taken care of. Killgore is in control, but now it's Ant in control.
And these two, here comes, snaps him right into the turnbuckle, the middle one.
I'm going to say it right now. Because of the carnage we've seen in this match.
He's going up
because
there.
Because of the heat we've seen in this match. I think if either of these men pin each other for the championship, there's no going back. Consider that friendship dead.
Killgore, a hug.
Look at TJ. Look at TJ.
Down goes Killgore. Ant trying to sort of disguise.
Before
he takes it.
Oh!
Getting flight mileage in Tennessee. Stop sign. It stopped.
This is Mamba Ant's time. This is his time. Night time. It's here. Damn it, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, isn't he?
RKO.
He's gonna do it, isn't he?
But he stops. He's unsatisfied for some reason. Oh.
Here we go. And there's a curb stomp.
Curb stomp.
Killgore just in time. In the nick of time.
But is he? He's thrown into the turnbuckle after already the damage done to back this matchup. Mamba Ant on the top of the ladder for the World Championship misses.
TJ! Guillotine! Mamba Ant!
Wrenching! Still alive! TJ to his feet! Spear!
Jesus!
And Killgore stopped. Ant kick to the face. RKO!
He's gonna pin his
the leg.
He's gonna pin his strength. He's gonna pin his damn World Heavyweight
Champion.
He's
for the win.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
The superstar is probably the most damage done to him this matchup. The wrestler with the most experience in this matchup.
Nissan Stadium just took a collective gasp as people thought the reign of Kenneth Killgore was about to end and Mamba Ant was to become a 9 times over champion of the world.
And there, the ladder
is still underway. And Kenneth Killgore has that ladder. Mamba Ant now is a sitting duck. And you want to talk about drawing blood, where there it goes. You'll be damned if the 5-Star Classic was not going to draw the Antichrist blood in this matchup.
And still now, Killgore unsatisfied.
The spoils of war will be known. This night will be documented.
Killgore has picked up by... off his head, onto the ladder. That combo from the cousins.
If not by the blood spilled, then it will be by the scars that either of these 3 men will have after this night. This is one of the damnedest wrestling matches. Damnedest events.
Hurricane Rana! Ladder! Both TJ and Killgore, you can see their war scars. While the 8-time world champion ducking and dodging against his best friend.
But how long can he duck and dodge? Think about the damage that Ant has sustained in this matchup.
I believe firmly.
Oklahoma stampede.
Onto the ladder. The damage will be spoken about for ages. Chops away. Elbows. The forearms. Here. The uppercuts. TJ. Ladder.
Oh, what's this?
TJ!
What the hell is TJ about to do?
I have no clue. I have no
What's
clue. Wait.
Oh my god. That is two grown men. Mamba and Killgore. Is he got a muscle? Oh, he got him.
Who is little cousin now?
He got him
it's
up.
still TJ. But look at him.
What
bloody
goes up?
through Nissan
Must
Stadium.
come down.
He goes right. Ant. Oh, he's hooking Ant with the championship. 1,
To beat
2.
Mamba Ant. To become World Heavyweight Champion. No.
Why not? I think that might have cost TJ this matchup, K.
It might have.
Killgore is the more damaged individual.
Sustained far more damage in this matchup. You're correct. But it was the pride of TJ.
He went for Ant, and now Killgore has a chance to recover. Has a chance, a superplex again.
Killgore doesn't know what to do. He's probably knocked loopy. He is absolutely waiting for Mamba Ant to get into this ring. He's gonna blast him with whatever he's got. He moves the ladder out of the way. Mamba Ant armed with steel steps. I'm afraid.
Oh!
This looks like the final standoff, a Mexican standoff.
In Memphis, Tennessee, 3 men, 1 armed, 2 unarmed. No, TJ drops the guns. They're all. This is all fist. Here we go.
It is all
Into the
about
ring.
pride. It is all about glory. It is all about championship gold.
German suplex.
Suplex. Got him out of the ring. Killgore in the corner. Mamba Ant about to do some more damage. Another suplex. Footed him.
TJ, same result. 1 suplex. He held on. Switches. Look at this beautiful maneuver. Oh! The crown of the ladder. Knocking down the Royal Rumble winner. And here, Killgore into the ring. Ant evaded trouble.
I'm not
the only
sure.
way he could have.
I'm not sure. Agent A, I'm not sure if my man even realized that Killgore was about to tear him in half with a spear.
And TJ, Ant, into the ring. Killgore stops that, reminds Ant that he is in a matchup. TJ is beside Ree and K right now.
Look at all that blood. Look at the blood on the kid's chest.
And Ant with a swanton, it misses. The blood on the world champion.
Kid's gonna need a freaking ER, man.
And Ant hoist him up again.
I don't think this level of
attitude adjustment on our table.
TJ is laying flat, unconscious. Looks like he's out of a snuff film. Looks like he just came out of a Saw.
And Killgore.
Someone
double on the hook. DDT onto the ladder. Down goes Ant. Hooks the leg.
TJ's a damn zombie.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we got him. Kenneth Killgore just beat my man.
He is still the world heavyweight champion.
Oh my God.
I don't know how on this earth
Someone please get an ambulance out here. For the love of God, there is blood on my dress shoes. There is blood on Agent A's collar. There is blood in the ring. There's blood on the barricade. There's blood on the rampway. This looks like a massacre just happened here in Memphis. For the love of God, I don't understand how Killgore is even conscious. He has lost more blood than I'm sure is water in his damn body.
He's smiling all through it. He loves it.
Because he knows that he did the one thing everyone thought he couldn't do. He defended his championship on the biggest stage in AWF.
On this day, it was not TJ, it was not Mamba Ant. There were no continued records broken and so on, no. Today, Kenneth Killgore defeats Mamba Ant, pins him for the World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, do I wish you can see... Wow, me and Kay haven't felt that way about a match in a while.
If we're being honest, folks, I am hearing that all 3 men emergency treatment for the blood loss, for the injuries sustained in that matchup. But I will say this right now. I have been doing this for a very, very long time. Not in a stage as big as this, but for a very long time. What just happened in the opening of this event between those 3 men, I don't think will be topped for a very, very long time.
I mean, Saint here you have him on the way to the ring. He faces now Lamb for the Chaos Heavyweight Championship in his end of days debut, beating 3 other men, Trey Johnson, Will Ospreay, and CJ Speed to get here. He could potentially be a champion going into Season 3, or Lamb defends home court against the man.
And what we just saw was the president of the Actionz Wrestling Federation. This is the future. These are the guys that we're gonna see in the spot that we just saw maybe a year from now, 2-3 years from now. That is what they're fighting towards. And Saint has a really big opportunity here. I'm not sure if he imagined himself in this spot, but he is here now. And he's going against Lamb, who, I mean, let's be honest, Agent A, Lamb was in this spot as well the last end of days. I mean, he was a guy trying to climb the ladder, quite literally, trying to get the upper echelon, so to speak.
The Actionz Hardcore Championship.
Precisely.
And, he wasn't able to hold the belt that night, lost it, and, well, this is a big end of days for him. This is a big one. He can't go 0-2 at end of days.
Certainly, and it's not, 7 other guys he needs to worry about. It is just Saint.
And the Iron Man inspired gear from Lamb.
That sends a message. It's not going to go down. We saw 3 Iron Men in our opening matchup. Now the time to make it a 4th with Lamb. And after his stunning victory over Jooce, he has been able to redefine what that Chaos Championship means. He has been able to redefine himself as a dominant champion. For a long time, he was known as the almost guy, the coulda had it guy. But in his hand is what Saint wants. It's the distinction of calling yourself the next best thing, the prodigy, the Chaos Heavyweight Champion.
And Saint fights a very hungry Lamb who, again, as I mentioned, wants to fight the continued speakings of people that believe he is someone that isn't ready for this spotlight. Everyone believes Saint, coming in with the fan support, coming in with the wrestling ability, the striking ability, the IQ. They believe this is his match.
All those things could have been applied to Jooce. Jooce, for a lot of fans, was Chaos. Jooce was the person that they looked towards when they wanted Chaos to be brought to that upper echelon. But Lamb did what he had to do, and he knocked off Jooce. Lamb, I think, has been doing more mental conditioning for this one, Agent A, than physical. We know the guy's a tank. Look at him. At least 330 pounds of pure muscle. But it has been the mental of Lamb that has gotten him this far. And I think he needs to have a strong mentality going into this one. He needs to try to ignore the fans who've been on his side. Maybe up until this point, this crowd is kind of bipartisan, maybe split down the middle. He needs to try and just get in that ring and wrestle, which is the best thing he can do at this moment. Saint is going to be the opposite story. He's going to try and feed off the crowd as much as he can. His first end of days title shot.
And now it's Saint. It's Lamb. 1-on-1. End of days 2. The bell sounds. And that was a heated match we saw in the opening. I can't believe everything. And now a small kick to the crux of the back.
They had to come out and clean the damn mat.
This is a different type of matchup. There's no hardcore elements involved. This is straight who is the best wrestler. And well, off the rip, it looks like Saint wants to prove that he has the advantage. This is, as you mentioned, the future. Chaos. Big left, big right-handed, it's out of the way. A tight lockup from Lamb and Saint. Out of the way, dodges. Lamb also dodges. These two staying light on their toes, but Saint is getting peppered up right now. Lamb in control, no!
And over the top rope goes Lamb. Lamb is sneaky agile. I'm not sure if enough people realize that. Besides the springboards, he's quite fleet-footed. It's like if George Foreman had the agility and dance skills, so to speak, of Muhammad Ali.
They're now down, out, and right on the back of Saint. Down he goes.
Once
Lamb.
again, a big heavyweight slam from the Chaos Heavyweight Champion on the concrete. Saint is being quickly introduced to the man who climbed to the top of the Chaos Mountain.
He gets launched back into the ring. Lamb steps in. Saint Lamb being slow and a little bit, calculated here, striking down the legs.
It's like he's being methodical. He knows that Saint likes a lot of those leg strikes. A lot of his offense comes from dives, springboards, and things like that. You gotta take out the legs of the man. It make him easier to get up for the Lamb bomb. There's no leverage under him to try and block it.
That chop to Saint. Here, Lamb sent off the ropes.
Oh. Power bomb! With absolute authority. Saint might have been going for the Frankensteiner, instead came crashing down, and Lamb still in control. All I see right now is a champion enforcing and imposing his will as another power slam rings out through the Nissan Arena.
And this is no slight to Saint, but simply so Lamb, again, maybe perhaps just being the AWF veteran, being on these pay-per-views with some of the greatest, because has gotten used to this thing by now. Powerbomb, down, Lamb, hooks the leg, cover, 1, 2. This is kick out. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Saint's first pay-per-view matchup, one-on-one. With several right hands.
Imagine your first pay-per-view being End of Days. I mean, that's...
Well, one-on-one. He has faced, this sort of circumstance. Definitely, the imposing crowd, the masses, the people sold out all the way up to the skyboxes.
But it's easy to get lost in the shuffle.
Lamb
a multi-man match.
Oh, that was Lamb going for something. Saint evades out the way.
The spotlight's on Saint right now. Look at this. Oh, nice fisherman suplex. Saving himself a little time to breathe, to gather his bearings, and to do more damage onto Lamb. I really wonder what the strategy is here for Saint. If I'm him, I am trying my best to try and undercut Lamb like what Lamb is trying to do to him.
Off the ropes. Is this another one of these? Oh, that backbreaker stopped. Saint moves. Lamb!
Oh, wow!
Hooks the leg. Down. 1.
After the big leg drop.
2. For the win. What an innovative leg drop.
And that's Lamb showing that he has more tools in his bag than we all thought he did. This is End of Days. You have to bring out your
choke
best.
And a clothesline.
Nobody's holding it for anything. This is the last show of the season.
And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, will be MLA Baseball. And that's tomorrow. You'll see some of these familiar faces. Lamb and the Atlanta Braves. And right now, he's being a brave one. Torture rack!
Rack him up, rack him up. Now, Saint once again finding a way to put a stop to Lamb's offense. He hasn't really mustered much of his own here. Off the ropes. And a drop down by the challenger. And a big power slam!
Will maybe get a start to his own, but Lamb!
Oh, here we go. Inside cradle. Inside cradle.
1, 2, for the win! Not happening.
And the champ almost stole one. That's probably a maneuver I'd see Saint using this matchup.
Saint gets one clothesline. Lamb up. Met with another one. Saint rolling.
Full head of steam. Here we go. Nice leg sweep. The kid is full of adrenaline right now. He needs to be careful not to crash and burn.
And he hooks the leg on Lamb. Makes him kick out using some of that stamina. Saint went for something there. Not happening. Cross body! No, cross face! What a maneuver!
Beautiful takedown to that cross face, and Saint is out of here. Things are becoming more back and forth. Saint is fighting his way into this one.
He went for a low kick. Lamb stops it. Saint sends a shot his way. Right hand. Lamb.
Rear waist lock, and once again that sharp elbow breaks the lock. And Lamb, look at that!
Springboard!
DDT! 330-pound tornado DDT, and Saint
gets a knee, ran into it. They just had to scrape blood off of the mat. Is Lamb gonna spill? Oh no!
Oh no! Over the top rope once again.
Saint,
you guys on the outside. I'm sure that Saint knows you can't win the championship there, but you can do a whole lot of damage, and it looks like what he's employing right now. Oh, drive the knee into the concrete.
Is just that. Saint stomped right there to the hand. And here Saint has Lamb Thrown back into the ring. Robinson trying to get this one settled. Saint revved up by Memphis, Tennessee. Lamb slowly to his feet. Saint. Mean right hand to the forehead. Shot. And now Saint is getting control with the bloodied mask. And Lamb right across the face.
He's getting
another one of these.
Lamb. Another inside cradle. Saint was definitely going to get caught by this.
2 for the win.
This is the drop of a hat. Saint's championship dreams could have been over.
Shot to the head of Lamb. He's kicked down. Saint.
Beautiful kitchen sink for the cover here to win the Chaos Championship. And no, once again, the champion finding it within his guts to rise up to the occasion. But Saint looks prime and ready to go.
Has Lamb up for a brain buster. Hooks the leg. Covers him fully. Now he
float over. No movement wasted. Oh, and a kick out. A kick out by Lamb.
Lamb getting hit with a shell-shocking maneuver. And now Saint going for a hold. Lamb escapes. Lock up. Saint. Here comes Lamb.
At the top rope. That's not where Saint wants to be. And he realizes that.
And a mean right hand to the back of the head. Lamb, now the Chaos Champion, finding his path again.
Treating Saint like a damn punching bag, but now the challenger is fighting back. And now champion with a top of his own. Ping pong matchup here. And each of the nose.
Sent him to the corner. Kick from Saint. He's going to get a right hand. Saint. Another one.
That can only mean one thing. Saint is planning to go from heaven to hell.
Snap suplex off the top turn of the rope. And Lamb, the Chaos Champion, intently so, out of the ring.
You can't pin a man that way. I was intelligent. And Lamb once again out of the ring. But Saint looks like he's going to be taking a risk. He points to the fans. Lamb is to his feet.
Crossbody!
That crossbody. Saint didn't know where he was going until he looked in mid-air.
In a right hand. The double stomp missed. Lamb has Saint. Scoops him up.
Oh no!
German suplex. Straight jacket German suplex.
No give. No way to break your fall. Both hands were locked for that German. And now,
splat onto the floor.
Here we go.
Power bomb and a running knee. Lamb, here at End of Days, controlling Saint even despite. Oh, and now Saint, the overhead belly to belly.
He's got to get him back in the ring.
Saint has him double axe handle, misses. Back into the ring.
Lamb looks like he's trying for the springboard. I don't know what else he's
way
gonna
too
do
far. And down goes Saint. Down goes Saint and Lamb.
Both men are out right now. What a match for the Chaos Championship.
And to his feet, Lamb. Saint got up first.
If the future looks like this, we are in good hands, folks. Let me tell you, Saint has been proving exactly why he deserves to be here. He belongs here. Most
and
importantly.
Lamb hoisted up, power slammed. Saint going up to the top turnbuckle. He's going to fly. No, Lamb is going to get up slowly to his feet. Here.
Don't take any dumb risks.
A curb stomp! Saint!
He stood him straight up. That was vertical. The velocity of that
hoisted
curb
up Lamb!
This might be Saint's shot.
Go to sleep!
Will the Reign go to sleep? Will the championship host of Lamb go to sleep too?
Saint is your new Chaos Heavyweight Champion!
A stunner! An absolute stunner! After a classic matchup!
Saint claiming his first title belt gold in the company, and he couldn't be any bit more ecstatic. Why wouldn't he be?
Dreams can be made. Here at End of Days, Saint's first championship, the heavyweight championship of Chaos, and now he gets to lead that brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. What a matchup. We have more AWF and the Days up next.
Finds that slightly open stance, feet fairly close together, crowding the plate. The pitch, there's a long one to right field. Forget about it. This one is headed for New Jersey, high into the upper deck. Barry Bonds with a spectacular 3-run homer. And he has electrified Yankee Stadium. 3-0 Giants. And listen to the Yankee Stadium crowd as Bonds rounds the bases. I mean, he brought 55,000 people out of their seats all at once. A ball that was hit high and deep, but also as quickly as the fastest line drive you've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are here for what I believe is going to be a fantastic matchup between Queen Spears and Kyra Silva for the Divas Championship. Spears found herself in this spot around about a year ago, competing for the AWF Women's Championship. Now, will she get the opportunity to reclaim her gold here against the menacing Kyra Silva?
Kay, I have to question one thing. You said fantastic match. I don't think this is going to resemble a match, given one of the competitors in here. You know, she's more of a slugger, she's more of a fighter, and up against a woman she could care less about, Superman, Miss Queen Spears. Oh, she might walk out here with a cakewalk. And Memphis Blues best, she is repping the Kill Bill Tarantino. That is an intimidating presence. That is an intimidating force. Queen Spears, everything a queen should be, if you ask me. She is beautiful, she is intimidating, she is deadly. If you look at her the wrong way, well, deal with the consequences. And that is the mentality of a lot of people from Brooklyn, New York. But, you know, Queen Spears, it is the mentality for her because it's what's getting her through this AWF locker room. She is not exactly a wrestling connoisseur. She takes this as a combat sports job. And, well, the history of the business, what of it? She is a champion, and that's all she can care about.
Well, not every single successful professional wrestler was a fan before, and I don't really think that that's necessarily important when you are physically capable like Queen Spears is. And alike to the bride, who is the obvious inspiration for her attire tonight, I don't think Queen Spears is going to be primed to let go of any grudges anytime soon. And for Kyra Silva, she needs to watch out. I know Silva fancies herself an agent of chaos, where you're going against a woman who can weather the storm.
Oh God, it's not just her. You know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to not like this song sometimes. And guess what? God,
we all share your chagrin, Asian A.
CM Loaf, the AWF World Champion, accompanying, he would want me to say this, his girlfriend, his love, his future wife, Kyra Silva.
Well, there are no Macho Man and Elizabeth. I'll tell you that much.
Remind me of Chucky and Jennifer. But, well, whatever. CM Loaf, who, you know, besmirched another man in his company for being in love with a mad woman, is holding the ropes for the mad woman as she gets ready for her match. And as I mentioned, this might not resemble a match, quite frankly. Silva has a heart of hate, has a heart of malice. She walks around like Enchantress. If you know, you know. And there is just a dark forest. You know, that little cloud that Enchantress has behind her? CM Loaf just spun into that. That's what I just saw, ladies and gentlemen. And I apologize for my vivid descriptions, but this
is unsanctimonious. Kyra Silva is sent to do things the devil himself wouldn't send people to do. So that means whoever is... There's a greater force at play, Kay.
I hope that CM Loaf, behind those smitten baby blue eyes of his, is a brain that is solely focused on the Iranian Reaper later tonight. Because if it isn't, he can kiss that AWF Championship goodbye. And Lord knows what Kyra Silva will think of that.
Well,
But that only really matters if she retains her championship here in this matchup, Agent.
that's a question for you. If Silva was your girlfriend, do you think you'd be able to focus on a 7-foot Reaper, or focus on the woman in front of you? I'm just asking.
If I had to get anywhere within 12 feet of Kyra Silva, I'd call the police.
Well, you were perhaps, in the small 10 percentile of people in this arena who would do that, because the rest of her fans have up some, what some people would say, egregious signs, and CM Loaf might take some and tear them up. But ladies and gentlemen, the AWF Divas Championship is being handed off to Special Agent Newton. Queen Spears, a former Divas champion who was, again, last year in a triple threat for the World Title. She won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. And, now walking in her second end of day, she is 0-1. To think Silva is up against a hungry Spears in her debut. And here we go, the bell sounds. Will she be 0-2? Or will the Queen be champ by the end of the night?
Until showing her cowardice already.
Well, a cowardice, I wouldn't call it that. She could either take the spear that was coming her way, or get out of dodge.
Well, it's obvious she's trying to taunt Queen Spears, trying to lead her into a trap. You know that as poised and as intelligent as Spears is, she is a very emotional young lady.
Hot-headed individual. And here comes Spears, sending... Oh, no. Oh! Silva gets to reverse into a discus. Right hand. Spinning around like a Destructo.
Silva put all her momentum into that one. And,
cranks up the knee of Spears. Silva not one to, she doesn't, oh.
Here
Here comes a snap suplex. This might disgust you, Kay. Some fans have a lot of Queen Silva like to Gunther, because she doesn't end her matches with just one move. She's kind of a catch-as-can of finishing. She keeps up and avoids the spear. Doesn't even hook the leg. One. Oh, might have been a mistake.
Rey Mysterio didn't end every match with one move. Neither did the Honky Tonk Man. Doesn't mean that they're in the same level of talent.
Here. Oh, and a spear. A tackle more so. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Silva clearly not wanting to go down, and Spears doing all she can to slow down this hungry... Again, devil isn't a good word to describe her. We're going to create a new word for her. But Spears gets a right hand, swing in the midst of a clothesline.
I think AJ Aeros did a fine job in calling her a vehicular terrorist, among other things. And Silva now...
sidewalk slam, down, hooks the leg. Silva in for the 1, 2, no way, a sidewalk slam. Puts away the Divas, well, the former Divas champion.
And speaking of former, Queen Spears, though she's won the Divas Championship, and she got very close to the AWF Women's Championship. I mean,
hooks the leg. This could be it.
She was even here at the first end of days competing for the Women's Championship. She's never got that big end of days moment. She's never got that big crowning moment.
And this could be it. Here comes a spine buster. Spears stops it. And I say it could be it. She was getting mollywopped for a little bit, and now Spears looks around the body. She is attempting to figure out what she wants to do, what punishment is next for Queen Spears. And instead, here, no, they grapple up, shoved off, Spears, top turnbuckle.
So we're going to take flight here. Oh, never mind.
Right hand.
Second thoughts, rightly so. And a nice drop kick by Queen Spears.
And Spears up. These two chain wrestling on the outside. Newton with the count.
These people have really turned over a new leaf. Like you're talking about Queen Spears.
And oh no.
Oh! And that is a bad way to land.
Horrible, even. Horrible. Silva is going for the ankle lock. They're fighting on the outside, and that was an awful landing for Spears on that on the pad.
Like a rabid wolf. She just
Oh,
sick
oh.
Queen Spears. And now
Silva,
look at this.
Silva's back in the ring, but Spears is walking down. CM Loaf, Hurricane Rana.
Very gingerly, might I add. That leg is already feeling the effects of that.
And she's, you know, like a
belly to
Terminator. Terminator, she's over there. And
the Dominator right on the concrete.
And now, CM Loaf and Silva having words with one another. The best couple in the world. Oh boy, here they come. And
Clearing our announce table already.
Has plans for us. Silva slowly picks up Spears.
I'm not entirely sure what Silva has in mind, but I know that it's not good. And Queen Spears
stops with a powerbomb. Count is at 7. Into the ring.
She's into the ring. She cannot beat the champion,
8.
obviously, on the outside.
No, But she can get the end of days win. And that's what she's in it for. Halfley. Queen Spears does feel accomplished. She does feel like she can walk away from this game, but she just, you know, right now, why would she walk away from a well-paying job in this America?
Well, she's here, and she's at end of days, and she's competing for the Divas Championship. So no matter what,
that belt is ingrained with her hand and fingerprints, in my opinion. Not the silver belt,
is.
But
she has etched her name in the history of that championship, and she'd love to do it again, especially at the expense of Kyra Silva, who I'm sure Queen Spears has not taken a liking to ever since her arrival in the AWF locker room.
The kick out.
And now, Silva. As that emotion I was talking about, Spears may be unraveling right before our eyes. And Silva, if you're Kyra Silva, you are absolutely enjoying that. You are not enjoying that, though.
Pain Syndicate 2 for the win!
She damn near tore her absolutely in half.
And Spears was yay close to the Divas Championship.
Could have gone right through her.
And here, end of days, Memphis, Tennessee, Spears, Silva are duking it out.
And here we go. That's that spider's web submission.
Used to be my favorite hold. And there, sidewalk slam. Oh, that's an old school. That's just mean elbow drop.
Right to the nose. That'll certainly
see some of that later between Austin and Undisputed. But right now,
here we go.
Oh no!
I don't know what Queen Spears is thinking.
We don't usually see her up here. Trying to chop block Silva. She dodged.
Caught her right hand. And here we go, Silva once again.
Here now, sidewalk slam. Silva to kip up. Swing, a miss. Beautiful, beautiful. Sometimes you just gotta pop because it's wrestling. It's wrestling. I don't care if it's a woman I might despise or not like. She is a great professional wrestler, and if you don't acknowledge that, you might be blind. Spear again!
Once again, out of nowhere.
Hooks the leg. 1! No!
And now Queen Spears may be wondering,
what is she doing?
She has to do. What does she have left in the tank?
And now into an ankle lock after that. Spears. Silva, you might feel a little bit disgusted, Kay, but you know, people have allotted. Oh no, oh boy.
Look at this. That's a beautiful butterfly suplex.
Oh my.
The Gable grip lock. Queen Spears, student of the game.
This little catch-as-can battle. I said it wasn't going to be much of a match, but I might have been wrong because it's been some of both. There's been a lot of, here's Silva. Here's Silva. Escapes. Spears, right hand. These two duke it out. Stomps from Silva to Spears. More of them. Oh. Now that's 6.
Basically, Queen Spears is getting awfully used to the flat of Silva's boot. And a nice left hand there. Another one, followed by a drop kick.
Spears thinking of what to do next. Slow again. Top turnbuckle. Oh, what are we going to see from Spears? A chop block! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh God almighty!
What is he doing? What is the AWF World Champion doing in the middle of that ring?
He clotheslines Newton! While Spears gets the advantage on the outside.
What a cheap shot. What a low-life prick.
He knew
right
his
here
little girlfriend was about to lose her title.
on the biggest stage.
He shows his ass like this.
Good God, and that steel chair is being bent over the body, the flesh of our official.
Here, Loaf. Come on, no.
I hope the champion really
No!
saves. I hope he saves this energy.
This is
the
a
Iranian
jackhammer
Reaper.
on the chair to Newton.
I hope he saves that energy for the Iranian Reaper later tonight because he's gonna need it. And CM Loaf
Down, Silva.
imposing his will. You know, I think he ought to get suspended. I understand that he's the champion, but after tonight, win or lose,
Oh my goodness.
he ought to be suspended for his actions.
Silva.
Non-competitor and allowing Kyra Silva, this agent of chaos, to impose her will on Queen Spears. This is absolutely disgusting.
And no.
And right under the steel chair,
Woo!
Queen Spears detects the foul play. She's gonna do something about it.
And oh, here comes Newton. Newton's gonna throw out Loaf.
Of course he is.
Big boot miss. What a DDT!
Beautiful counter. And now Newton taking it to his own hands. The champ is out of here. Silva is on her own. Without a bow ringside.
And now it's between her. It's between Spears!
Best believe that Queen Spears is twice as pissed off. Hooks the leg. 1,
2!
and a kick out. Somehow, Silva's still in this one.
The still reigning women's tag champ, still standing Divas champ, gets speared again. Hooks the leg.
With velocity, with
2.
impact.
Silva, in the middle of a doubleheader, is kicking out of to and fro a million. Spears.
But it may not have been enough. And now Queen Spears may be asking herself, what the hell is Kyra Silva made of? I guarantee you that it's not anything completely human.
Look at her shaking her head. And now she backs up. Oh no. That was a spear. That was a clean spear, perhaps.
Look at the state of that chair. That is metal that has been bent over.
And
the
tiger
bone,
suplex.
the
Tiger
flesh.
suplex.
And Spears is absolutely trying to end it. Go for the kill shot there. Silva, knowing that her championship.
Yelling to Newton.
Silva has absolutely no place to be jaw-jacking to the official right now. She needs to focus on the matchup.
And Newton trying to not, do anything. He's
Especially since her boyfriend helped her. And now,
Oh, God.
don't tell me that's going on the chair, damn it. It might be. All right. Oh, my God. That is the back of the neck. Neck first.
the leg.
On the steel
1,
chair. I'm afraid
2.
you can count to 20. Oh! Wow! Spears will not be denied here in Memphis, Tennessee.
But she's in an ankle lock now. And Silva. What is she trying to? She's trying to find anything, do anything. Oh, she's gonna choke out Spears. Makes sense after the drop on the chair, but Spears. Oh!
Agent, I have never seen that look on Kyra Silva's face. That look
Is finally a look of fear, perhaps.
and desperation. A look of a woman who, for the first time in her life, has to fight. Has
Here,
to dig down
beautiful
deep.
Spears out of the way. Swing.
Because
a
Queen
miss.
Spears is bouncing off the
Clothesline.
walls. And I'm afraid she cannot be caught at this moment.
You know what's next. Oh no, that's not a spear. That's not a damn spear. That's an elbow, a forearm under the chair. Down goes Silva. 1, 2. Wait, that's 1.
The forearm is one of the harshest parts in the human body. That bone can crack open your eyebrow, your face.
And Silva and Spears. Silva is literally getting the makeup knocked off her face, ladies and gentlemen, as these two trade punches. This match, tit for tat. And Spears wants one, Silva wants one. What type of madness is this?
And both women invite themselves to beat the hell out of one another after an already physical, violent,
Clothesline, that's
dramatic affair.
Swing. Gets it.
And Silva gets the back body drop. Queen Spears in a bad way. Looks like an atomic drop. Oh no, a spine buster. Takes her all the way down to the mat.
Here. Spears Down goes Silva. Spears. Oh,
Silva with this Tiger Bomb! Tiger Bomb! And once again, attacking the knee that she injured earlier in the matchup. Spears has nowhere to go. She is wrenching. She is leaping. She is lunging.
And finds life!
With every ounce of fight that she has, Queen Spears found it within herself to keep the Divas Championship dreams alive, but they might become a nightmare in a moment's notice.
Up and down!
Vertebreaker.
Silva roars out to the crowd.
And it's not called that for no reason.
1, 2.
After a hellacious war, Kyra Silva finds a way to do it on her own.
This was one of the meanest hitting matches I have seen in my. Where this is still in the same night I saw.
This is absolute brutality.
We have more end of days left, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the end.
Absolute brutality. And let me remind you, folks, this wasn't an Extreme Rules match of any kind. This was both women who stepped in the middle of that ring and knew one thing, that they had to absolutely try to destroy one another. And I'm afraid that they both of them went about that
Memphis,
goal.
Tennessee, they're all thumbing down Silva. They believe the wrong woman won, K. Nobody, except her fans, look happy.
This is what I'll say.
That's a lot of people.
After a match like that, I don't think either woman won. It was just the woman who was able to walk out of her own 2 feet, and that's Kyra Silva.
And, well, Silva taken out by Memphis, Tennessee, the building security. We thank you guys. You guys work hard. We know you do. And you work even harder now carrying her up the ramp. Good luck. We have more AWF End of Days up next. This day isn't over, and I'm starting to get terrified, Kay. We have a Hell in a Cell later. We have still a main event to go. At a hardcore title match. What won't happen today?
High octane. And what we just saw was a phenomenal battle for the Divas Championship. Queen Spears, thanks to CM Loaf and some other parties, could not get it done. But for Mantis, will he get his end of days moment? Will he get his time in the sun? Listen, I want to say so, but Mo Game has been an incredible Renegade champion. And in the state that he's in right now, I don't think anyone in that locker room is poised to stop him, but we'll see.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of 2 stats that are going to share this feat tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to see him loaf later, but Renegade champion Mo Game, if he wins tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if he wins tonight, he walks into Season 3, the longest reigning Renegade champion in history.
And that's certainly impressive. Just think about the names who have held that championship. You think about a TJ. You think about a Relly Rock. I mean, some of those guys defined the AWF and the Renegade Championship. Mo Game, who, let me remind you, was not a fan of our company coming into it, has quickly become one of the cornerstones of the AWF. But Mantis, man.
He's, sorry to say, Mantis, he's been anything but. And it's pissed him off. He won a gauntlet match on Ignition, and, well, say what you want. He's gone under the radars, but he has made his family proud and happy. His kids are watching because he got that end of days paycheck, and he wanted that check very badly. He got that check, a couple days ago. I don't know when everyone get their check, but I know he got that money, and he feels good. He feels ready to prove why he belongs, why he should have gotten the shots that many of others gotten. And now, well, this isn't the same strums we usually hear out of the Renegade champion. The lights have dimmed low, dark even. This is the first time I've seen this for him, and oh, here he comes. Here he comes in a beautiful, beautiful robe of expensive, I don't know what material. Renegade champion Mo Game. As I said it, he wins tonight, longest reigning champion. Mantis has the chance to play spoiler in a way nobody else in history up to this point has.
Now, how interesting is this? Right before this matchup, I wanted to check up on Mantis. He's a good friend of mine. I wanted to check up on him to see how he was doing. And when I approached him on his phone, he was watching on YouTube the Dusty Rhodes Hard Times promo. If that doesn't give you the kind of mindset that Mantis is in tonight, then I don't know what does. We can obviously see what kind of mindset our champion is in tonight with that beautiful robe. We're talking about Dusty Rhodes, who is his greatest rival, the Nature Boy. And Mo Game, I think, has that same in-ring expertise that made Ric Flair so hated and beloved in his day.
And there, he roars up the crowd as we get set for, Mo Game having a crowd behind him, especially. Look at those people. Look at that man. Look at the people behind it. This is real. This is real. This isn't made up.
He's undeniable. If you're a fan of professional wrestling, I don't see how you can see Mo Game and not be a fan. I mean, he is the wrestler's wrestler.
He's a Tim Duncan of the AWF. He stays to himself.
Yes.
He does not get into drama. He's been on the roster since January, and I can't name one significant person who hates his guts. Everyone has you gotta respect him. I mean, you lose to the guy, but he has Trey Johnson under his wing as well. Mantis with his Tipville alliances. That's just he has an in Tipville USA. He's on call whenever Tiptastic might need a friend. But I would assume so. Tiptastic fighting Vincenzo later today might be watching in support of Mantis, and hopefully so. Renegade Champion there you see gets the crowd, shows off the gold.
I think all of us in our hearts deep down want to support Mantis. I mean, how many people in this crowd are calling out of work to be here? I mean, all of these people are working people, and Mantis is just like them. Just like everyone here in Memphis, Tennessee, the 69,000 strong crowd can relate to Mantis' troubles. All he really wants to do is just put food on the table and live a life worth living. And that Renegade Championship is just one step closer to that. But that is the man who stands in Mantis' way.
Mantis is ripped to shreds more than he has ever been in his career. And here, you can't wrestle sign immediately is a bit disrespectful. Here, down in, no, that's not a...
Oh my God, was that a one-winged angel? Wow! And a near fall in the opening moments of this matchup. I'm struggling to find my words because I don't think that was expected. But Mantis has to do the unexpected here tonight. Oh! Shark super kick right to the nose.
Mo Game on the defensive here.
Oh, and a wheelbarrow face buster. Now Mantis is wailing away.
Using the left hand to stomp the daylights out of him. Kick to the back. Mantis with a rope.
Nope.
Headbutt on the Mo Game. Hooks the leg down. One. Lil Nate in the call on this match.
Correct me if I am wrong, but I don't think Mo Game has faced a man who has this much size and athletic ability over him. At least not recently in this Renegade Championship reign. And look at this, Mo Game.
He has taken on, he did take on, not, as you said, not recently, a few months ago, battling the likes of a 7-footer, but this isn't a 7-footer. This is way more agile than a 7-footer. This is way more, game, no pun intended. And Mantis on the ropes. Mo Game. He's going to send Mantis flying. No, Mantis sends him the other way. Swing. Oh! Beautiful! Drop kick!
Athleticism. There we go. Mo Game. Hours and countless hours. Both these men have put in the ring for different reasons. For Mo Game, it's to sharpen his sword.
That forearm dodge. That usually lays people out, Kay.
Look at this, look at this. Oh, a nice neck breaker for Mantis. The hours that he put in was to get better, was to be here. For everyone who says he can't wrestle, I mean, he's in this spot for a reason. He won
God.
A gauntlet match.
What is that?
Here we go.
Forearm, a phenomenal forearm miss. The fans of Memphis, Tennessee are hilarious tonight. And up goes
Oh my gosh, and Mantis. The horrible spill to the outside. And Mo Game gonna follow it up. Points to a fan in the crowd. Says, this is for you.
Drops the knee. And down. Got the back of Mantis right there. And up he's back to his feet. Right to his fore. Oh, hey. Days and so.
And he is putting his entire body into those punches.
And he's going for a power bomb. But
oh! Back body drop.
And like the Spears earlier, his leg hit some of that apron. And oh, God!
And another one. Mantis sending the champ on a ride here in Memphis.
Back into the ring. Mo Game rolls to his feet while Mantis, he's in. Oh, Mantis.
Caught him.
No
Hooks
way.
the arms.
Raise the
My
sky.
God. Man, my God. Jay Driller. Jay Driller. Boy, I didn't expect to see that coming out of Mantis. And then a kick out.
The Jay Driller usually utilized by Mantis, by Mo Game as of lately, but Mantis still in the spotlight. That is the first time you called Jay Driller all in the days. And, you know, it's kind of crazy we said it for Mantis. Here. Oh, a Kimura! Kimura lock! Mantis!
Mantis with phenomenal technique there, putting the leg behind the head. You know, Mantis really has an opportunity to become a person, a competitor that no one thought, or no one thinks rather, he can be. You know.
Oh, and here comes Mantis now.
Mantis
just
is one
that.
Oh! Mantis is one of the quote-unquote good guys backstage. He doesn't try to politic, doesn't try to bully or muscle his way, you know.
But ever, you know, more and so we see him, that smile that we first saw him with, it goes away in game.
I mean, you can only smile for so long.
Torture rack!
Until you decide that you had enough. And for Mantis, this is the choke point in his career. This is end of days.
This is do or die.
This is the biggest match he has ever been in. This is against a champion who has been absolutely iconic when it comes to his championship reign. Mantis has the opportunity
Clothesline
to be known as the guy who beat the most successful Renegade champion.
And here, Mantis is on a roll, using Mo Game's comeback on his own.
And it came up for good measure, but Mo Game right back up.
And
Mantis says, sit back down.
This is going all around. And now, Game. Oh, Mantis, what's this?
Here we go.
On the ropes. Stands on the ropes.
What the hell is this? Oh, my goodness.
DDT.
Mantis, roll him back in the ring. Roll him back in the ring. You got him.
And he keeps going on. Mantis doing more damage to the head of Mo Game.
That is the hardest part of the ring that Mo Game's school just bounced off of, courtesy of Mantis.
And Mantis,
I think the kid could have rode him back in. That was a... Oh, and here we go. Look like a Jay Driller almost, but Mantis says, nah.
Nice clothesline here. Mantis gets Game to his feet. Oh, no.
Right into the side of our announce table. Getting a close-up view of the action.
Mantis raises a finger to the sky. He has the fans acknowledge him. The fans acknowledge Mantis. And look, that sign again. What is wrong with these people? Tonight is something special.
It looks like it's a bipartisan crowd.
Mantis back into the ring.
It's the fans of Mo Games, wrestling acumen, against those who want to see a Cinderella story, who want to see a dream come true. And we already saw one tonight.
Off the ropes.
Saint becoming Chaos Champion. Can Mantis join those ranks?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful again. Kimura lock. Game.
So far, Mantis has been doing, I think, better than anyone thought he would be doing in this matchup so far.
One. Kick out.
Mo Game, who we usually see controlling most of the offense, is getting beat down right now by Mantis, quite literally.
Stomps away.
You know, the Renegade Champ may be psyched out.
Mantis.
Lest we not forget.
Oh, wait. Mantis is going up for something more. What else? Is this another forearm? Is this another forearm?
First end of day. This is
no, it's not.
Me. Oh, crashed and burned. Crashed and burned. Not the result he wanted. And now Mo Game
peppers him up with the strikes. His signature strikes. Mantis kicked. It missed.
Mo Game seeing a wounded animal in Mantis, but still with a headbutt. The challenger is still right on top of the Renegade Champion. He is not letting go of this momentum that he has.
And Game is trying to gain some. He hasn't gotten any motion after a few quick strikes, some grapple ups, but Mantis is in complete control. Sends him off the ropes again. That overhead belly to belly is halted.
I don't think he can afford to lose control, Agent A. Because if he does, Mo Game might take the reins and never let go. That's how most of his defenses have gone in a nice kitchen sink. Mantis turned inside out. And here we go. Submission.
Dragon Sleeper. Game. He hoists up Mantis. Torture Rack.
And a pair of submissions from one of the best technical wrestlers in the game, Mo Game. And Mantis with those slugs right to the head. And look at that. Nice judo throw. My God, Mantis.
He gets back up, Game.
Putting out everything. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That bulldog choke. He's finished some of his matches this way, Agent A.
And it could be the same story for Mantis. No.
The momentum in this matchup is slowly, ever so slowly, just decaying away from the grips of Mantis.
Hooks the leg down. One. Kick out. Slowly back to his feet. Rolls up, out of the way. Mantis. Oh! Chopped. Disrespectful. And Game is on the ropes.
You could have heard that slap in Nashville.
Here's these two. They run. Game smacked. Knocked off the bat. That fan very adamant about how he feels. Right hand. And Mantis is going to give him a front row seat.
Once again, it looks like he's going for this tornado DDT. And he gets it once again. And Mo Game may be slower to respond this time.
Mantis. No, he's not. He's even quicker to respond, actually.
And a drop toe hold out of nowhere. The champ may be playing possum. And then once again, a torture rack on the outside.
Realizes he can't probably keep that up for a little bit longer. He gets out of the ring.
He's trying to attack the ribs of Mantis. He's trying to attack the breathing. He knows that Mantis is bigger than him.
Leaping DDT! He jumped from the top rope and spiked the man.
Where the hell is he taking Mantis?
Game out of the way. He's on concrete. He's on concrete.
For both these guys.
Angel wings
down.
down.
My goodness.
That got the padding though. K
Face first.
Oh, that got the padding, and that Game is doing more.
That padding is as thin as the hair on my head. That doesn't protect anything. Oh, and now, right on the concrete, the unabashed, unprotected concrete. Mo Game is trying to send a very violent message to his challenger here tonight.
In Game, he leaves. No, he's going to pick Mantis up. He's not happy with a count-out win.
The count is at 7. They need to get into the ring, and Mo Game is going to try and put the period at the end of this sentence.
Here it comes.
Calls for Mantis to get to his feet.
And does crossbody.
And the crossbody may be all he needs. He's been attacking those ribs the entire night.
Angel wings combo. Sledgehammer forearm missed. Mantis may be going for that Kimura lock again, but this time Game stops it. This has been one of the more technically sound matches of the night, K.
It certainly has. I mean, you have to be that when you're going against Mo Game.
And another kick, it misses.
You have to work on your precision because Mo Game is precise. Mo Game is surgical.
And with the chop, the slap, the punch, hip toss.
Reversal by Game.
And now hooks him up. Arms, doubles it up.
What a performance for Game's first
No,
day.
no, Mantis.
And now counter mutilation. Counter mutilation.
Mantis is wrenching. I see him wailing.
Hold of the American Dragon. Now in the hands of Mo Game.
Dragon Sleeper follows it. Mo Game. No sleep for the wary. Mantis kicks. He's up back to his feet. They lock horns.
Man, it's going to take just one mistake. In my estimation, it's going to take one big slip up from either of these guys to give the other the championship.
The same Kimura affected arm. Mantis off the ropes. Hook the leg.
Here we go. Mantis is going to get it. He doesn't get the fall.
Much resilience still in him.
His foot is still on the gas pedal, folks. The challenger is not giving up. This is his last shot. He has made it all the way up to here. He's never gotten an opportunity like this. But Mo Game, he is poised. He is determined to make sure that Mantis does not. Mantis realizes this is not an opportunity that he wanted in the first place.
And now Game. Off the ropes. Mantis.
Here we go.
Powerbomb for the win!
Pop-up powerbomb!
One!
Put him through the ring! Mantis! Oh my God! In Memphis, Tennessee, I just heard 69,000 take a breath. Not a single human being, not a soul
No!
Breathe in this building.
Is the story over? Jay!
A vicious J
Driller!
Driller. A vicious J Driller. More vicious than any I've ever seen.
But Game, he's not done. He's not finished. Mantis, thrown into the corner.
He's going up top. He is not finished whatsoever. Oh my God, this has got to be, yes, it's gonna be the top rope brainbuster. Oh my God!
Down goes Mantis, hooks the leg, brainbuster.
Shots to the head, to the top of the head, mind you, and that's it. That is it.
Mo Game, and still Renegade Champion.
And that bell sounding in this arena must have disappointed a couple thousand here. It certainly did me. I have to say, I was rooting for Mantis in this matchup because look at that. How could you not root for that fire? But Mo Game, I mean, he came out with the robe of the Nature Boy.
And he stops and he snatches the title back.
Certainly,
ladies and gentlemen,
why he is the man and why it's hard to beat the man.
You are looking at the man who just became and after tonight will be the longest reigning Renegade champion in AWF history. The person who held the record before him prior to TJ, 83 days in one single run.
You know,
Mo Game, tomorrow's 84.
At this point, you have to start asking yourself, if you're Mo Game, do I go up for the World Championship? Because it doesn't seem like anyone beats him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have more AWF End of Days 2 up next. What a night, what an afternoon it's been here so far.
And here we are, the king of the continents, the man who has reigned over both Intercontinental Championships for the majority part of this season. Deuce finds himself yet again at End of Days defending against the man who, frankly, Agent A, is fighting an uphill battle, AJ Aeros.
I would have to agree. AJ Aeros, no less than 2 weeks ago, he was our quote-unquote AWF World Champion in a decision done over by our new general manager, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, in the press box for tonight. And, well, you know, with Steamboat looking on in this match, do you think there is a literal chip on AJ's shoulder walking into his first End of Days?
I mean, there absolutely has to be. And not only is there a chip on his shoulder, the kid is frustrated, and I understand. He says he doesn't even know who Faceless was or what he was doing in that matchup. And he woke up out of that adrenaline with the AWF Championship on his shoulder, not really realizing how he got it in the first place, only for it to be stripped from him unceremoniously from the Dragon. Now, I have a lot of respect for Ricky Steamboat. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or intelligent man to know that. But what I guess Aeros' topic of contention is that Ricky Steamboat didn't review the tape. He didn't really get down with AJ Aeros' heart. Look at him as the young rookie and see that AJ Aeros had an opportunity to shake up the system. In Aeros' eyes, Steamboat stripped that opportunity away from him.
And
but
went with the good old went with CM Loaf.
Exactly. I mean, that, however Aeros won the title, I definitely would have loved to see him defend it against Curtis tonight rather than the People's Champ.
Well, Deuce has said nothing nice about AJ. He said, AJ, you treated me as an afterthought in that cute little promo you cut, and I'll only be quick when speaking to you in my written. I have been the best wrestler in the world for over a year now. Nobody has knocked me off my porch for months, and this belt is right here. It's all the proof I need. You think you can treat me as some secondary guy after Loaf and take my belt? You must have lost your damn mind. I'm the Anomaly, the greatest wrestler on the planet, and come End of Days, when you're looking up at the lights, I think, or at least, I hope you will understand why. Best wishes! Best wishes from someone about to lay hands on you is a tad bit more disrespectful than anything he just said in that statement, K.
You know, his shirt says the American dream, but if we're being honest, Deuce has been the international dream because he has wrestled on every continent this year, whether televised or untelevised. He has made sure to live up to his moniker, the King of the Continents, from Japan to Scotland to Mexico to Canada to Australia. They all ring out the name of the Anomaly, and they respect the champion that he is. But he is here in the States, in Memphis, Tennessee, one of the hearts of this country. and he is going to try and defend his championship on the biggest stage that it has been on.
This is AWF End of Days, and we thank you for being here. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that.
For AJ Aeros, I hope that this kid has studied mounds and mounds of tape, footage, anything you need to against the Anomaly, because that's not just a fun nickname he gave himself. He definitely believes that he is one of one. But Aeros has an opportunity to shock a lot of people. I mean, it's happened with Deuce. There's been nights where he's been a little off his footing. That's why Mr. Grizzly can call himself AWF World Champion. We all thought that going to that match, Deuce was going to annihilate his former Outliers co-star, so to speak, but he didn't. And now Deuce has an opportunity to squash any rumblings of this rookie, in his words, ever challenging him for the championship.
And here, Deuce hands off the belt to Lil Nate, and AJ Aeros gets a good look at the AWF Intercontinental Championship. Another match won with via contention via a gauntlet match on AWF Ignition. So check out Ignition where the best wrestle. And here,
and for Deuce, AJ Aeros will not get another look at that title ever if you're Deuce. And for Aeros, the next time he looks at championship is going to be when it's getting wrapped around his waist. And here we go, a nice chop from Deuce.
You have to get there first. Deuce is starting off, kind of just going around a circle.
Tension with a knife, and here we go.
Hooks the leg
Aeros
down.
with the quick cover.
1-0.
Both men are feeling out process. Not necessarily familiar with each other in the ring. Here we go, a nice
ankle lock, picks at it. And Deuce, dead center of the ring. He's going to roll right
beautiful,
out.
Nice escape. Deuce has been down this road before. The end of days jitters aren't there for him.
Deuce into a lock of his own.
In fact,
last year at End of Days, he out-wrestled CM Loaf, emphatically so.
Precisely.
Hitting it a single Spirit of Vengeance, and that's a... Think of that. There's been an End of Days Spirit of Vengeance for CM Loaf yet. Oh! That was a stiff shot to the face.
The first cannon shot of the match. And Deuce, I think, is firmly in control. And this is where Aeros has to be careful, because the Anomaly has 1,001 ways to inflict hurt. Like that. He pulled him by the damn hair. The ref, you might want to check that, but...
He's going up, back top turnbuckle here, and an elbow drop! Says that's how you hit one.
Nothing fancy, nothing flashy, just a top rope elbow drop. And here we go, Fujiwara armbar. Deuce trying to submit Aeros early. Aeros with a shove to the champion. Emphatic defiance by Aeros.
Right hand. Aeros went for a rear waist lock. Deuce escapes, goes for his own. Into an angle slam! Hooks the leg! 1, 2! And great kick out. Another Intercontinental Champion past Kurt Angle. That would have been proud seeing that happen.
And much like we saw on Monday AWF, Deuce is also disgruntled. You know, Deuce for a long time, I mean, it even goes back to his betrayal of the AWF.
Oh my.
In favor of TIF, or maybe in favor for his own agenda, as he gets a pinning combination here.
That's what he was saying. It was on his own agenda. It favored him. He didn't give a damn about either company. He's an outlaw and outcast in both companies now. Nobody from either side can say, you know, they want to sit down with him.
Deuce feels as though he's undervalued. But I'd say that he's gotten himself in this position. He, right now, is the uranium that can be picked up. He's the cheese touch, so to speak. He's the guy that nobody wants to do business with. He's as controversial as he is talented.
Aeros. Top turnbuckle. Aeros.
What's he got in mind? Oh, nice double knees from the top rope. AJ Aeros showing some life in this Intercontinental Championship matchup.
Aeros. He's going to run at Deuce. Gets clotheslined out of the ring. Deuce. Aeros outside.
And the challenger following him smart.
A right hand. Rear waist lock. Escapes. Shot to the back.
Not gonna
Another
give
one.
Deuce any time to breathe here. Oh!
In his head!
Boom! Right there, a code break on the outside. Now Deuce has the opportunity to follow it up.
That mean kick to the face. Every strike for Deuce. There is nothing but a boo, a disappointing reaction from these fans.
You know,
And these, oh my, these kicks.
Deuce is absolutely just lighting Aeros up right now. But look at that. You are watching veteran experience right now in play. Count is at 7. Both men need to be careful of the count. I don't think either of them would be satisfied with a count out, Agent A.
Off the ropes.
Oh, look at that. Oh, sent him for a ride. Did Deuce. And now, oh, try that big knee to the temple, to the ear.
And shot low section. Calls a jump shot. No. One kick here.
What's
Anyway.
this? Boom! Fisherman's Buster. Is that it for the Intercontinental Championship? Oh, and a kick out. And Deuce won the championship from Icehouse Jones, who was a phenomenal, great champion in his own right. Mo Game reminded me a lot of him in the way that they step in that ring.
Also another guy that Deuce beat. Here, AJ Aeros.
Well, I mean, that's
Power slam.
That's right what I was about to say. Deuce has beat the wrestlers. He has
And
beat
Aeros.
your favorite guy to lace him up.
Yet again. Knees to the face.
And Aeros is fighting from underneath. Oh, nice super kick. Landed right under the jaw. And Deuce squirming in pain. Does Aeros feel the end is near?
Well, Aeros, he goes back up again.
It looks like he
saw
does.
Jooce choking after that last strike. And he's going to do it again, isn't he? He is!
Oh!
Deuce windpipe is getting crushed and it's getting hard to breathe if you're him. After all these Meteoras in here, oh, outside, ringside.
Methodical offense by AJ Aeros, and I think this is the way you do it against Deuce. You want to go too high octane because you'll make a mistake like Aeros just did. Oh my God, a bulldog right to the outside.
Here, back up, right hand, missed. Shot right, oh, continued.
And the fans getting a close-up of the action. Seems like the capacity crowd here is all in favor of AJ Aeros. They want to see this kid do it. Deuce is still the villain. He is still cast as the bad guy.
Off the ring post. And all the while, AJ Aeros
Boom! Once again, that code breaker.
getting hell sent his way. And the count is at 8.
Oh,
9.
Damn it, don't tell me. Oh, and there we go. Deuce breaks the count. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect him to do that. I really thought
no,
Deuce...
that's why.
Oh my gosh!
Apron suplex, practically it was.
There was a snap to it there.
That was a hellacious way for Aeros and his back to connect to the apron, and now again.
Here we go. Oh, and the side of the apron now.
Aeros halted.
And among other things, Intercontinental Championship included, after his betrayal, Deuce has gained this mean streak. It's not like he never had it, folks. It's not what I'm saying at all, but he has
Try to
turned up
senton.
another level of aggression.
Back into the ring. But can that aggression get him to win right now?
Oh, and Aeros smartly rolling out of the way. Deuce crashed and burned to the outside.
And live it about it. Live it about it. He is staring daggers into Aeros now.
I have a feeling when Deuce gets in that ring, there'll be hell to pay for AJ Aeros. Oh!
Never mind, he
way!
beats him to the chase!
Right over Robinson's head, AJ Aeros.
And it kept up. I'm fear it was for nothing. It could have been for nothing.
The risks that Aeros has been taking this matchup to make his dream come true. That Intercontinental Championship is as valuable as any here in the AWF. It proves you are the workhorse. You are the technician.
Powerbomb.
Oh my goodness.
This devastating match, K. Unforgiving style Deuce is wrestling.
I mean, he has to, because Aeros he's got a head full of fire right now. I mean,
Oh
you
my
saw the
good-
you saw the address to Steamboat to Loaf on Monday. Aeros is pissed and he wants gold. And he thought he was walking into End of Days with gold. He thought he was doing something that nobody else in the history of the AWF has, at least not as a rookie.
And now Deuce gets back into the ring. He goes for a wheelbarrow. Nice.
A nice takeover by Deuce.
Anyone other?
Man, that Fujiwara armbar is just lightning fast.
This move has tapped out of many a superstar, and now Aeros escapes.
You know, the funny thing is about that armbar, it's not usually the...
Oh, no way!
Wow! Aeros!
A rope break! Does that answer your question? He did some tape studying.
A submission of his own in the famous, or should I say infamous, rolling knee bar of the Anomaly. Oh, try to senton. Knees up.
Deuce, a tight lockup. Deuce sends Aeros into the corner. Has him up on the turnbuckle pads. Aeros kicks down. He's back in the ring on equal footing. Aeros, corner. Deuce. Gonna get his arm wrenched against that rope.
Trying to slice the bicep almost. Strength comes from there. On the top rope. The middle rope, I just say, twist of fate. Middle rope. Hooks the leg, does Aeros. Here we go.
1, 2 for the win.
And once again, the Intercontinental Championship is still in the hands of the Anomaly. But for how much longer, eh? AJ Aeros has been giving Deuce the fight of his life.
And fighting out of just about everything Deuce has been throwing at him. Doing more than, oh man. It's kind of proof. Oh, wait.
Here we go, crucifix pin. Oh, what the hell is Deuce doing?
He's rolling, he's rolling through.
Look at this. That's an old catch-as-catch-can move.
1, 2. Near 3.
It was almost a pinfall there. You want to dizzy your opponent up.
Oh, no. Oh.
Make sure you can't
has
kick
a hidden blade.
Oh, here we go.
Hidden blade.
This isn't catch-as-catch-can. This is absolute.
Swing and a miss.
Clear the head.
But into an ankle lock.
Shot the inside crotch.
AJ Aeros.
It's not looking good.
Will he tap? Will he give out?
He's right near those ropes. If he can just find a way to crawl. Anything he can do. He can dig his fingernails into the mat if he has to. He just needs to get to that damn bottom rope.
And Aeros, Deuce, holding on to that ankle for heavenly dear life. And now Aeros looks like he's finally getting some ground again.
Looks like Aeros is fading. That fight of Aeros is slowly winding down.
And wait.
Oh, look at this. Oh! And
kicks out.
An up kick right to the nose.
High knee on the running knee.
High knee. High knee. He might have just knocked the champ out.
Middle of the ring. Hooks the leg.
His body is lifeless.
1,
Aeros.
2.
Just that close and then a kip up.
Right here in for a Baltimore
out of nowhere.
Screwdriver.
Baltimore screwdriver. Right on the top of the head.
2.
Oh, and a kick out. AJ Aeros. How did he kick out of the Baltimore screwdriver? And even the Anomaly, usually cool, calm, and collected, can't believe it.
Aeros to his feet. Watch out, Deuce.
Struggling to his feet. Finding a way to rise to the occasion.
And Aeros, several shots, the lockup, but he's fighting back. This setting, pure, amazing. Memphis, Tennessee. You see the blues, the blue rampway. Deuce, scrap. Oh.
The atmosphere. This is where stars have been made right here in this city.
And Memphis having another. Oh, man. Oh.
And this is the star-making performance.
A lot. AJ Aeros.
Of Aeros might be dying in this Fujiwara armbar. Because Deuce looks ready to kill.
But he gets it out. Out of there. Ducks from whatever that was. A drop kick. Tries to throw him into the corner. No. Reversed it. Aeros. Big. Nice shots.
Nice little combo there. Tosses Deuce out of the corner.
Has him back up. Went for something. Deuce.
I'm not sure what. It might have looked like a power driver there. And then now Deuce, once again, employing those strikes. And now Aeros' turn to counter. And a shot by Deuce.
Here. Corner. Deuce. Here comes the... Oh, no. Out of the way.
And this is a
Ducks
signature
under.
sequence by Deuce. Ducks the clothesline.
Swing. The miss.
Oh, Aeros, he ducked the slap.
In for a...
Oh! Is he going to get him?
Driver 1.
Is he going to get him?
2.
Oh, my goodness. That...
Intercontinental Championship nearly in his hands. And again, Aeros cannot believe it, but he's not done. No way. Wait.
Here we go.
A curb stop!
Oh my God!
A curb stop!
My God!
Into a cutter!
What a reversal! What a reversal!
1, 2! Deuce is still your AWF Intercontinental Champion!
My God! What an emphatic counter! AJ Aeros lined up like a sniper's rifle. But Deuce, look at this! Jesus Christ!
What bad assery in Memphis.
You're talking about an anomaly. That certainly was something I have not seen. And now Deuce saying you can't see me to AJ Aeros. What a match. And what an ending.
That, some folks might, I don't know if anyone feels a way, but he did just finish a move with the guy he hates, a match with the guy. That was a better executed RKO than I've ever seen out of Mamba. And all due respect.
And I hope Aeros doesn't kick himself. There is absolutely no way he could have prepared for that. Aeros was confident.
He had a championship in his sights, but
absolutely lined up. That was a once-in-a-lifetime counter, Agent A. I don't care. In the words of Paul George, that was a bad shot.
We have more AWF, and the day's up next. The longest reigning IC champ going into S3. I believe so in the record books. I'll have to do my due diligence to check that, but he might
as well be. And listen, I made this comparison earlier in the year, but I'll make it again. This for me, I was a yay little tyke when I saw Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA in an I Quit Steel Cage match. This to me is gonna be round about the same violence. And if you're asking me who's who, Tiptastic is obviously Magnum TA. I hope we all agree on that. Then Vincenzo's the bad guy in this situation, alright? He turned his back on the man who made him. He is Judas to Tiptastic's Christ, okay? I'm making that comparison. I cannot believe we're here right now. These two could have been in a tag team match.
These two could have been world champions together.
Precisely. And guess who lost their title first?
It was Vincenzo.
That's all I have to say. He lost that championship, and he must have lost his mind with it. Because instead of going after the man who took it, instead he went after the man who gave it to him. What kind of sense does that make? I'll tell you right now, none at all.
I compared it to Lakers, Celtics, Yankees, Red Sox. Ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be nothing friendly in this match. It's just like to most of... We've been getting a treat with all these, back and forth wrestling, beautiful professional wrestling we've seen this afternoon.
Yes.
But maybe my prediction on this being more allotted to a fight and not a match will actually be right this time. Because Silva and Spears, they gave us a good little classic match, I'd say. They did their job. And now, will this do the job of making someone go into a hospital bed before this night is over?
I honestly can't believe Tiptastic could have been in one of those quote-unquote classic wrestling matches. Tiptastic is a great in-ring competitor. I'm just upset he has to stoop himself down to this level. An ambulance match is barbaric, and the ones in history we've seen, they have changed people's lives, careers, and everything under the sun. And look at Vincenzo
feels so good to hear this tune. It's Vincenzo's MO. Belt to ass. He doesn't care about you. if you aren't on his level, if you aren't of a status, and if you have no room to talk, if you have no room to speak, no couch, no nothing to be running your mouth, well then, stand down. Tiptastic, he fits the bill right now. Vincenzo doesn't believe Tiptastic. He believes Tiptastic is solely why Tipville USA fell apart, going off on his own, trying to employing Ash as the leader, and everything went up from there. It was from Ash's leadership that led Mamba Ant to join in the Ville that really made Vincenzo blow a casket and led to the screw job we know at Dark with the Moon, where him and Tip finally got on the same page again for the common enemy. What I'm realizing is Mamba Ant, for some reason, unites the worst of friends. I guess that speaks a lot to him, but, Vincenzo is getting ready to lay belt to Tiptastic. If he has it his way, he is walking out of here on top of that set. He's not walking, he's on top of that ambulance as it drives out of here. So he's not.
Well, here's the thing. Vincenzo isn't going to get his way. And here we go. That is the holding place for one of these two men. Cough, cough, Vincenzo. And there
Over and
are
under
the
bet,
rules.
right? I wish, I like my other co-workers in this company, guys. I can make quick bets with them sometimes on other things. I wish I could make bets with this guy.
Listen, I'm a professional. I'm here to call the action.
Well, Jordan was a professional.
Right.
Here are the rules, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, well, now you know. This match is not over until the ambulance doors are closed shut. Until the boys get the green light to drive up that ramp and send him to the nearest Memphis hospital. And there is, there's some around here. Those bills are going to ring you up, though. They're well acquainted. Here, Houston's best against New York's best, the Harlem Knight. Vincenzo, Tiptastic, in an ambulance match. It's on. In its game right now. Kay, how do you feel seeing the strikes exchange? These two, finally, after so long and an Irish whip, there's no more interferences between these guys. There's none of that. This is pure belt to, say it with me now, ass right to his head.
I'm not saying anything with you. That's first and foremost. Second most, I hope that Memphis Hospital, wherever they're going to, has a bed big enough for Vincenzo.
And that's a shovel. That shovel has ended careers. Well, more so, changed the course of them. Oh my goodness. And Vincenzo, a mob don of his own right, trying to bury. There's still a lot of folks that respect Vincenzo that ride behind Vincenzo winning back, but
I don't know why.
He prefers to run a solo game. No one. You don't have to look over your own shoulder that much when you got people around you. And here, when you're by yourself, Tiptastic is going to... Oh, this is a power bomb.
Look at this.
That's a power bomb. Oh, he barely misses the shovel.
Brutality, that's brutality. And Tiptastic closes the ambulance, says, I'm not done with you.
Oh!
Look at him. Look at that coward. Going after the Jooce this early in the matchup.
I didn't know there was a time limit, Kay. Here, Tip. He lines up. He waits for Vinny to get back into the ring. Emphatic signs from the crowd. They still let them know how they feel even months after all this fiasco. And then they're at the
Tiptastic is from the South. I expected this crowd to be more on his side.
Instead, we got this mixed array. There's still people that feel that Vincenzo was very right in this. You can't... You have a bias, Kay. You can't say that Tiptastic didn't leave his group astray when they needed him most and left up several other people to run his group. Kenneth, Killgore, Ash, Vincenzo. I mean, it's Tipville USA, not Kenville USA or Asheville USA or Benville USA. Tipville USA.
You just named a whole bunch of names who were completely capable of leading while Tiptastic was taking care of his
glass to the eyes! Glass to the eyes! Tip! Springboard! He follows up!
Right. I think it's more damning that either one of those three ever questioned Tiptastic's rule. And his choice to put them in charge in the first place. He did it for a reason. There's a reason why he's 2 steps ahead. There's a reason why he's the man who orchestrated the damn heist of the century.
Metal under the leg. He disrespectfully drops the signed Alex Rodriguez bat. And it figures a guitar instead. Shout out Jeff Jarrett. Right now, Vincenzo is crawling, getting up into that corner. Thrown. First blood drawn.
But Tiptastic is pinning to conduct an orchestra of violence here. And what does Vincenzo know about music? I don't know. I don't think he knows.
No! Swing! Miss! went for the big brass knuckles, and both of these men have missed their attempted low goings, so to say.
It's only Tiptastic paying it forward. Vincenzo tried to go for the low blow first.
And well, both of these men showing that they're game to evade, and Tip gets that trash can returned.
And what's this? What the hell?
Assault from the big man!
Somebody drug test him.
For what?
I don't know, for something. Hey, a man that size doesn't do moonsaults.
Swanton bomb!
Doesn't do that either.
Here now. Vinny throwing Tiptastic out of the ring.
You know, I hope as Vincenzo is pandering to New York now all of a sudden. He's been wearing the Tipville colors. You know, he's practically residing in Houston, but all of a sudden he wants to be a New Yorker. I hope that in this phase of Vincenzo's life, he understands.
Oh my, he's about to powerbomb. He does powerbomb Tiptastic. Tiptastic is in the ambulance. He is laid out in the ambulance, crawling, down, desperately trying
to... Like a bat out of hell. Tiptastic, look at all that fight that the president of Tipville has. Look at this.
Maybe because he's just like the president and needs a million people to run this. You know what? Gotcha. Tiptastic, right now. Oh! Well, maybe I should sign up for Tipville USA.
Not a damn chance.
Just picks up the shovel. Right shot to the head. Another one.
You know, Vincenzo could have been the one who defended the heavyweight championship in the world in the opening match when the days. That could have been him against Mamba and TJ. But it's
German suplex.
He wants to suplex the man who gave him the keys to the kingdom. He wants to stab a knife in the back of the man.
I have to be so sincere. Maybe just so Mamba Ant doesn't even pick the world title if Vincenzo's the one holding it. You know, maybe he's not one. He's giving the last results.
Well, listen, we'll never know because Vincenzo was too stupid to wait.
High knee!
To hear Tiptastic out.
Kick to the face!
But instead, he went on impulse. He went on his gut. Tiptastic never makes decisions on impulse.
Here. Trash can to the back of the head.
You think Phil Jackson made his coaching plans on impulse? You think Greg Popovich made his coaching plans on impulse?
All of those happened. And, well, here is...
Oh, there we go. That's impulse right there. Kick to the side of the head.
Vincenzo getting dragged now. Tiptastic fades the ring. He's going back to the top. He's going to the top turnbuckle. Has Vincenzo in his sights.
Vinny's going down. Look at him. Look at him. Boom! And an elbow straight to the middle of the head.
Tiptastic.
Say what you want about Vincenzo being a great wrestler. Oh, but he isn't a two-time world champion like Tiptastic is.
He's going to launch and send that away.
And he's showing the difference between that world championship. And look at that nice crossbody.
Out of the ring. And now, Tiptastic.
You might as well just dog walk him into that ambulance.
Sledge him! Whoa! Maybe that's when Tiptastic getting the weapon for a reason. He felt that he didn't do enough damage. In that back body position now, crawl into a powerbomb.
Damn
it. Again! Is... Oh, no way. Okay. You seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing... Yeah, I am seeing what you're seeing. I'm seeing Tiptastic fight with every inch of his life right now. That's exactly what I'm seeing. You know, the righteous, they have a different kind of power when they're fighting. I hope you know that. When you're right, and when you know that you're right, without a shadow of a doubt, it gives you an extra edge over your opponent.
Now Tiptastic on the top of the ambulance.
And I'll be surprised if Vincenzo even meets him up there, the coward. I heard he's afraid of heights. Look at that. The beautiful party shuffle by Tiptastic. Never seen a man party shuffle like that in the middle of an ambulance match, H&A.
And rights. Vinny.
Here we go. Tiptastic. He's going to take him out. This is it. Oh my gosh. Right on the top of the ambulance. No give whatsoever. That's a metal truck. In case these Memphis fans
a stunner!
Realize.
1, 2, 3 count. F5, 3 count combo. Wow.
what are we calling that one? F325, whatever it is. It's better than the F125 is what I'll say. Way better. And then there we go. Talk about Memphis. That's a Memphis punch. Teach you how it goes in the South, Vincenzo.
In here. Right? No.
Look at that spin kick. Here we go. Sneaking out the bag. That is vintage Tiptastic through and through. It is looking like Karate Kid on the top of that truck. And I'm afraid Vincenzo fights for Cobra Kai.
No, they got a show. They won. So be careful. Oh! Oh! Right. And I don't know how Tiptastic. That's metal. It's metal like my partner mentioned. Nobody was ever intended to wrestle on top of that.
Oh! This is wrestling at all age today. This is a fight. In fact, this is a beatdown courtesy of Tiptastic.
Tip. Vinny doing his damnedest staying on top.
Like I said, he's afraid of heights. He doesn't want to go to the edge.
Yeah, because why would he want to scoot and fall down to his bottomly... Oh, no. What's this? Vincenzo.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Vinny, think about this, damn it. Think about what you're doing. Why?
Tiptastic with the most violent thud I have ever... Oh, he's not done.
That's the man who gave you everything.
He's not done.
Vinny, think. Think for once in your life. Because I know, we both know you haven't before this moment.
Germans! Oh! That'll look the hinge of the ambulance.
What the hell are you doing? You know what? Someone get the cops out here. Someone get the cops out of here.
There's nothing they can do to stop this, K.
Somebody
this is perfectly allowed. This is allowed. And Vincenzo, again, checks out with a brain buster.
Allowed my ass. This Vincenzo ought to be suspended right now. This is unnecessary violence.
And Tip.
Throw him in the damn truck if you want to, but he's trying to end Tiptastic's career.
And Tiptastic doesn't want to take the
now
fall
he's trying to throw him
either.
off the damn truck.
Vinny beating. Oh, huh? A kip up, and it just pissed Vincenzo off. And now he gets down. Has to maneuver around again.
Well, this oaf needs to get Tiptastic down. It's not like Tip is going to go into the back of the ambulance by himself.
Yeah, pretty sure. No. He accounted for that. He was going back up, and now, well, Tip's getting the memo. And again, shutting the ambulance doors, trying to neutralize the threat. He grabs a sledgehammer. Vincenzo back on top of the ambulance, and now maybe he's waiting for Tip to make his move.
Brains over brawn.
Whoa! That was yay close to getting Vinny. Vinny's...
And it looks like Vincenzo's cowardice saved the day for him.
Whoa! A shot to the mush. He's still standing, and now...
Here we go.
Brass Knuckles will sit him back down.
And how many times has Tiptastic protected Vincenzo at a bar or two using that same pair of brass knuckles?
Vincenzo.
And now it's Vinny's time.
Tumbling in there. Vinny.
He's got to get a first-class seat.
The door's shut. Tip.
Best of luck, buddy. See you at Memphis Health. Tiptastic has won the ambulance match. And H&A, it seems like the good still is in this world.
At end of days, in both of these gentlemen's first end of days, it was Tiptastic that came out on top. Last year at end of days, Tiptastic, he was regulated to a promo. We didn't know where the guy was.
We're not worried about last year. This is this year. And in a year where he could have been in the main event of either of the two World Championship matches, either in the opener, the main event, whatever the case may be, he had to settle his differences with that lunkhead Vincenzo.
He stands tall. He is the president. And going into season 3, I wonder what is on his mind.
Well, I'll tell you what isn't. And that's the dawn. Exactly.
We got more AWF End of Days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to probably everyone's favorite fix of professional wrestling. And last year, it ended, well, in devastation. It ended with the Devastators not winning due to disqualification by RSVP on their own part. Imagine that.
Precisely.
Then the Devastators went off the shelf for a long time, and now they've climbed their way back in the Double Dash tournament, wearing that Decepticon gear. They're not the only Decepticons on this card tonight. BLITZ defends the Hardcore Championship after this, but right now it's all about the boys in blue and white, the twins, the guys who just signed up for the Decepticons because it was the best fit. They enjoy beating people up. They love going into a brawl, picking what they feel might be the best opponent, and then maybe having a good classic or two we will never see. These two, there's a weird honor about them. It's very, guys of their, how you say, disrespect, K. Their class shouldn't have the class they do.
In a division full of gifted athletes, high flyers, strikers, things like that, we have the Devastators, and they are a breed of tag team that, frankly, I don't think we've seen since the 80s. I keep going back to it. The Road Warriors, the Steiner Brothers, those guys who wrestle the smash mouth style, because they understand that one brute is tortured, but two brutes is devastating.
Welcome to Jamrock. Here we come right now. It is Memphis, Tennessee. We've been here for a little bit now, ladies and gentlemen. We still have a ways to go on this night. We've seen a lot of action. Title remains, title changes, and well, here we see the Actionz World Tag Champions ready to do battle.
And this is going to be, I think honestly, this is going to be one of the more interesting matches we have here at End of Days, because the Devastators and C&C Trees, frankly, don't have a similar style whatsoever. So I'm wondering what are the strategies of both these teams going into this one.
Well, C&C Trees even wearing matching gear now. Would you look at that? Getting back on the same pace. Everyone, look, these two, say what you want about them. I do believe their styles are going to clash or mix up tremendously. C&C Trees is by or none the best chemistry tag team, maybe in AWF history. I don't want to, but the record they have, they're like the Mo game of the tag division.
They look out for each other. They are brothers in arms, not in a way that Kenneth, Killgore, and Mamba Ant think they are, frankly, but they are true brothers in arms. They came up in this together under the tutelage of various different people, but they have always been C&C Trees through and through, and they will die fighting with each other.
And they have those green tag belts managed by one of the best tag wrestlers in the modern day of professional wrestling, Liv Morgan. And a lot of people question, the quote-unquote leadership, the coaching change from Chris Jericho to Liv Morgan. They believe C&C Trees were better off without a coach to begin with. But, it's insane that I'm going to utter these words. There you see the belts being exchanged. Liv Morgan has been a good luck charm for C&C Trees.
She is a former women's world champion. She is currently one half of the women's tag team champs. She knows what it's like to be in C&C Trees' position, to have to climb up the ladder. So I think she's a perfect fit, honestly.
And here we are. Sadistic and Kyra starting off for their teams. Funny enough, the Sadistic brothers, the sides of their tag team, I would definitely consider Choke with a more chilled mind of the two. And here, boom! Shot right to the back of the head to Sadistic. Now for the Devastators, who climbed all the way back here. You were in 2 consecutive End of Days tag team matches. This is do or die. Vinny sucks. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm glad that Memphis is finally coming around.
Why is Liv here? Well, we answered that question on commentary, my friend. Sadistic, Kyra off the ropes, clothesline! Everyone you can see in their full effect and full support this End of Days. The Angela signs rooting for her to win the Women's World Championship later on tonight. Oh, she's fighting an uphill battle, if I have to be honest, against a very poised Hollywood, as Kyra is poised as can be, raining several shots to Sadistic. And he was out the way. And Sadistic, I thought had a reversal of his own, but these two are trading back and forth. And getting hard to call, a kip up. Roll out of the way. Right hand.
Evasion. by Kyra and a sharp elbow by Sadistic. You know, when you're talking about the talent that C&C Trees has
springboard.
faced as Kyra now with a beautiful Hurricane Rana. It is a who's of the best tag team wrestlers or former tag team wrestlers in the world, namely the Bread Killers. I mean, they beat them for the titles, and that's how they got here in the first place. The Usos, another team they've crossed paths with. Look at that.
Another Hurricane Rana. Beautiful. Tight lockup.
Karen with a dizzying display of offense.
While the Devastators.
And I don't think that was necessarily a smart idea. That is 400 pounds of Devastator you are trying to body slam.
Still reigning World Tag Champions. We saw Winky and Kyra Silva do that earlier. Still Divas Champion. That bastard lady is too. Yeah, I said it. She's a goddamn bastard. And Sadistic. Kyra Silva.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. I was going to say it, and I think it's ranged true. Silva and the Decons would be best friends. And, right hand.
And now Choco.
No.
We're getting a bit emotional. Here we go.
Wrong move.
Here we go.
Morgan's had enough. And Morgan is in the ring.
He doesn't want to cost him this match.
Spare!
Liv Morgan is out of here. C&C Trees are by themselves. And a spear by Choco.
Get Sadistic loopy.
This match is unraveled incredibly quickly. And now, Karam, drop toe hold, crossface, a modified crossface. Is Sadistic gonna tap? No. He's powering out.
And Karam, back to his feet, rolls out the way, right hand, kick. Sadistic is getting
look at this.
All of Karam's offense.
Creative offense at that. And speaking of which, a hammerlock with the leg. And now attacking Sadistic's leg with this single leg Boston Crab. Once again, for the World Tag Team Championships. Prestigious titles. Not held by many here in the AWF. Probably the championship, or at least one of them, with the least amount of holders. But that just shows you the prestige and how hard is it to capture those championships. Look at that.
German suplex! Choco is in the game!
RSVP defined this division with title defense after title defense. And now C&C Trees are looking to follow in the footsteps. A nice double team move there. You know, you mentioned it. The matching gear is only the physical manifestation, Agent A, of how they have been on the same page, on the same pace. Look at that.
Down goes Sadistic. Oh, no. Sadistic's still up.
And Karam is lifting up Sadistic, but not for long. Chop block to the back of the knee.
And now...
Oh, no. Miscommunication. Malfunction at the junction.
A misfire. Sadistic can capitalize. Choco.
Delay. Oh, look at Choco.
Goes for the legs.
Chopping the big man down. Trying to make this an even playing field.
Here.
Oh, my God.
And a spear!
And Choco definitely has the strength. He has the motor to make that spear count.
And he goes up, trying to choke the life out of Sadistic.
Using Sadistic's own move. That rear naked choke.
And he's going to take him out.
Earlier in the match, and Trey breaking things up for his twin brother. And a shot to the stomach.
Here's Kyra. Kyra steps into the ring.
How's this?
German suplex! Kyra! Choco spear!
No spear.
He's not even a legal man. C&C Trees are dominating.
They're absolutely trying to nullify. Both Trey and Sadistic here.
And now, a bit of a you can't see me motion from Choco, 5 knuckles in a shuffle.
And that chair.
No. Kyra
can't see it. He can't see what's going on.
Still doesn't. He's focused on the.
Oh no!
Sadistic goes down. He's still the legal man. Trey catches a spear. A devastating spear. Kyra picking up the bones of the legal man. Sadistic dumped it in the ring. Trey sent outside. Choco on a platter for the win. 2.
Gonna be it. Oh my goodness! And C&C Trees retains somehow in the face of devastation, but not without Asterix Agent A.
Well, they certainly, yeah.
That chair on the outside, that was, you consider it the third member of C&C Trees here tonight, because that Stormbreaker led to the pin by Choco.
And now at end of days, in the first completed, finished, the bell has sounded, that doesn't end in a DQ. End of days has a finished tag match, the winners, and still C&C, he just, wow, that's how he feels about, why didn't the Decepticons do it, okay?
In my estimation, I think, and I wholeheartedly think this, I didn't think it was possible. I thought the Devastators got screwed there, personally. I think that steel chair played a huge part, but the referee didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
And Choco has...
Oh, and that's his response to that, I'm assuming.
Thank you for watching. We have hell up next. An Actionz Hardcore Championship match. And then, well, a hell of a cell later on. And here we are, what some have called the most star-studded match on the card. A.G. Jones, Goulash, Jay Anoai, Ethan Grace, Jay Uso, Kevin Ace, The Show, TIF Hardcore Champion, and AWF Hardcore Champion, The Gladiator, BLITZ. This is Falls Count Anywhere, elimination. One man left standing with two title belts that'll become one unified, moving in to AWF Season 3. Look, this is a Kevin Ace begged Miss B to make the match, and well, Miss B kind of decided from
she made the match just with six other
guys.
Exactly.
And Steamboat more so getting in the ear of B to not give exactly Ace and Grace what they want right now. It's not saying it's waiting on it, but they haven't earned that. That's why the Steamboat, the Dragon is gonna get some feathers ruffled, and I don't want to. I hope he can hold his own still. That's all I'm saying. Here, who's that?
Right. So it's been around about a year around the sun. And what has A.G. Jones accomplished exactly? Don't give me that Intercontinental Championship crap.
He won the Actionz Hardcore Championship.
Right. In a brawl where he put his hands on a young lady.
2.
Exactly. And I hope
but the young ladies put hands on him too, though. They put hands on him
What
first.
the hell is he even wearing? I know Wu-Tang is for the children, not this kid.
Well, he's wearing something. He's wearing, Just Blaze. We blazing today. You know what? AG, I got you. We blazing. This is not far, K, from where he got his AWF career start, where he, legendarily so, snuck out for the great you-know-what, and his father forever punished him. Imagine walking 3 hours in a highway for somebody. Listen.
If only he'd put that much effort into being a sensible human being.
You once defended him when I told you that story.
Yeah, because I didn't know the kind of kid that he was.
Now here comes...
I always give somebody leeway, but ever since then, he has proved to me that he is nothing short of a spineless runt.
Wrestling in the belt. Goulash sent via Women's Royal Rumble winner, Angela. She wants her to get back into title belt graces. But right now, this is inevitable hell to pay. This is... Goulash is a former hardcore champion, former Renegade champion, and only because he, let's say, didn't have the right guidance, didn't go after championship so often, and now, well, he is steered into the pathway of destruction whenever Angela points a finger. And there are 7 other competitors who can feel the wrath. Jay Anoai, Goulash just started wearing a mask again, and he's still, showing off his face still. Jay Anoai, look at that beautiful pyrotechnics have been going off on one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But Jay Anoai in this matchup unmasked Goulash. Gave him months of, maybe despair, and oh, here comes the man right now. With a new look I saw him with earlier. He walks out.
The ghoul of professional wrestling. We were first introduced to him on the side of the Island Federation, and ever since then he has become a mainstay here in the AWF. Certainly not to my liking.
He is a former TIF Hardcore champion, the longest reigning champion in TIF history. Anoai is, and now he is as well a former tag team champion, both TIF and AWF, two-time tag team champion, and potentially could be another hardcore champion.
With a damn iron claw, Anoai, you had that TIF Hardcore Championship, and he scared down to the spine a lot of the guys in the back. And now you might be graced with Anoai's tag team partner, his affiliate,
his old rival from TIF.
Exactly, main event Jey Uso,
who is making his end of days debut. And to think about this, we have Jey Uso in the AWF making his way to the ring. No matter how anyone feels about this, Jey Uso is a true heart-to-heart competitor who can potentially win and be the last man standing. He has a lot of experience in tag team action and a lot of experience in matches without rules to them. He can have his fun tonight.
I mean, he has crossed swords with his cousin Roman Reigns on multiple occasions. If you know anything about the Tribal Chief, he is no slouch. But Jey Uso isn't either. He has fought tooth and nail to get into the position that he has, to get the acclaim that he has. And this, I'm afraid, will be no shortage of effort from main event. And look at this! AWF people is yeeting. You gonna yeet, AJ?
Are you?
Not a chance in hell. Main event Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso is getting primed here to win the Hardcore Championship. Oh man.
Here's Ethan Grace, ladies and gentlemen. No. This is no wait. There's nothing absolutely no. You see how the great Joy was killed by the negative bastard of Mr. Ethan. Ethan Grace, who is walking to the ring with this same bravado, this same beautiful, oh, I'm that guy stride after he betrayed his best friend. Imagine that. You get sent to hell in a cell. You go through a cell. Straight through, down, dead. Your best friend, who's been a miscommunicative emo, shows up from the crowd. You think he's there to lift you up? He does. And then he rocks you low and stands over like some proud something. He's an enigma. Ethan Grace is exactly what the AWF needs.
You know, when Ethan Grace first popped up on the scene with Kevin Ace, they made a promise to find somebody in the locker room to make their name off of. But I don't think Kevin Ace ever imagined that it would have been himself that Ethan Grace took the opportunity on. And that's why he's been so vexed. It's not even been, you know, Kevin Ace isn't necessarily frustrated with Ethan Grace. It's more of a, oh, okay, you got me, and you think that you can just fly away to the sunset without reaping what you sow. And if Kevin Ace has it his way, Ethan Grace will reap what he sowed and more.
And here, the Ace of Spades. End of days. There is nobody from Tipville in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. What on earth am I witnessing? Anyway.
A little fun fact there.
Why I saw a fuck Tipville sign. I'm just confused as to why the fans are still so rowdy. You know, again, they can go all day.
I mean, this Memphis crowd is hot. They've been a great crowd here tonight. Like I said, it has been hard hearing myself think with these people behind me.
He looks on to Anoai, who he shared that cell match with. Ethan Grace, who helped beat down Anoai once on those last few SmackDowns. That was a mean thing to sit. It's still one of the worst ways I saw a man's neck land on a chair. And here comes the Actionz Hardcore Champion. One of the champions in this matchup, The Show.
And, funnily enough, both champions in this matchup are very large competitors, just to give an understatement. So it's going to be hard trying to find them and pinpoint them to be the first ones to get out of this matchup. It might come down, honestly, to The Show and BLITZ to see who can unify the titles. That's a very real reality here.
And if it is that, well, wouldn't that be the best outcome? But here is The Show flexing all muscle, saying you're already dead.
Well, if you're The Show or if you're BLITZ, you kind of hope that one of them don't make it to the end, because then you have to go through a whole tiring, long, physical match only to find a man who is just your size, just your speed, just capable of your physicality. When usually
that man will also probably be as worn down as BLITZ will be if they are the last man standing. But that is if. It's a big if. And now,
and here we go. The Gladiator entering
Memphis
the
PD
arena.
their double pay from Queen Spears, and now they assist this guy.
Well, that's certainly a man you want security next to. It's not because they're protecting him, folks. It's because they're protecting us from him.
The Gladiator.
Look at this.
6'9" of pure strength, speed, and incredible ability.
Ever since debuting as the Jack, the now BLITZ has been
6'7".
enigmatic, sure, but he has been the AWF's resident powerhouse. Every single big man who thinks they become the largest dog in the yard, they have to go through BLITZ's kennel, and he makes sure to walk them every single time. Last end of days, he was here defending his championship against a game Mamba Ant, one of the best matches in AWF history, and now there are 7 other men who want what is around his waist.
They're saying, there's going to be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide in this match for anybody. Wherever they go, that is where they fight, and that's where it can end.
BLITZ's philosophy, 7 men or 1 man, doesn't matter, the devastation still continues.
And here we go. Bell sounds.
Oh my goodness! From Jey Uso!
And it starts off with the champions. Uso has to cover on Anoai. Kevin Ace and Jey Anoai fight a choke slam to Anoai.
And those two have history we all know. Jey Anoai in that
spear BLITZ from Jey Uso.
Hell in a Cell match. And Jey Anoai with Kevin Ace.
Uso covers BLITZ. 2. He gets back up. Chops, right hands. Several of them.
A.G. Jones is like a needle in the
Oh
my goodness!
And Goulash, he's getting there. The hell?
Kids like a needle in the haystack is A.G. Jones in this matchup.
And
all these guys
attacking. He's getting
my goodness.
Choked out by Jey Anoai. A.G. Jones taps out already.
Exactly my point.
So much for the most star-studded match in AWF, on the card. Oh my, BLITZ. Spear! Unicron bomb! Unicron bomb, that one was. And off into the sky. Kevin Ace, he got his hands on him. Fell aim. BLITZ flamed on the wide. Pile driver to Grace. Kick out. Ethan catches the pile driver. Kevin Ace got his revenge. Maybe he's not satisfied. Low blow from The Show.
The Show went low. It's all legal here. BLITZ, Jey Anoai.
1, 2. Nearly got it, but no. Just so sad for A.G. Jones.
That doesn't show you the kind of work ethic that Anoai has got. He has been in the ring with majority of the guys who are in this match right now.
And Jey Uso is spearing like no tomorrow. Hook of the leg, down. Oh! The Show flying to Grace.
On the former hardcore champion, Jey Uso. And Goulash with a kick out. Look at Anoai. End of days.
And The Show runs right into Kevin Ace like a quarterback, like a linebacker, not really. I don't know, just like anything, charging right through him. Oh, and Uso down.
Anoai. Oh, go to sleep. That knee landing flush on the top of the hardcore champ's head.
Not happening. A kick out.
And Anoai has a chance to do something here to reclaim his TIF championship.
And oh my, Ethan Grace walking down the show has trying to cover him. No, a drop kick on the show. Anoai. Oh, nice clothesline down. Takes BLITZ down. Kevin Ace fighting Uso. The show has Ethan Grace up high, down low.
Oh my God, Grace!
The velocity pop-up Samoan drop to BLITZ. Hook of the leg. Down. One. No.
Could have damn near split in half over that barricade. Could have Grace. And now Kevin Ace looks like he has not sure he has the pin cover on there. Looks like Goulash it is.
The chop.
In Hawaii, former TIF champ, current hardcore AWF champ.
Off the ropes. No down.
Doing battle here.
Ethan getting thrown away by the show. And the show stalks over to Goulash. While Kevin Ace looks for more plunder under that ring. Goulash up. Oh, BLITZ with a submission maneuver on Anoai. Those two have been in the ring the longest amount of time out of any one-on-one competitor, I believe. And simply duking it out right now. Oh, look at this. Goulash and Ace work together to take down Jey Uso.
Interesting alliances made here. Oh, and a choke slam from Goulash to Grace. The referee going to check on that pin cover. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, and Ethan Grace
is gone. While the show lifts up Uso, spikes him down.
You know, Kevin Ace isn't happy about that. No matter if he got that pile driver on his former best friend, he still wanted to inflict more punishment. Oh!
Prettier. Now he's trying to inflict punishment on Goulash. Runs off of his face and tosses him away.
What the hell is BLITZ? Is that a door? BLITZ just put out a wooden door.
Well,
and it's in the ring. And
Kevin Ace trash can the show. Uso right there. Uso going into the ring.
Now adding himself to the fray, perhaps maybe to even up the odds.
Oh no, he abandons.
Against every man for himself.
He perhaps remembered that here, and he attacks, kicking the hell out of. Look at the strikes, Kevin Ace.
To pin this. Oh my goodness, he almost pinned the Actionz Hardcore Champion. He almost took out the man who this match is really about. Oh,
and BLITZ
and an axe kick there.
The show has. Oh man, Uso was up for something bad. I don't know why. In the ring still. While Goulash. Oh, and a German suplex. That's one. Switches around, clothesline. Hooks the leg. Uso could be gone. Kevin rushing. Oh, now it's a monsters duel in that ring. Uso kicks out. And now Goulash getting some, perhaps, revenge on the man that unmasked him. But no! He goes to BLITZ, who he also has history with from last year's Renegade Warzone. Big kick, the show catches a kick from Uso.
And then the clutches of Goulash. What comes up must come down.
Goulash!
It's 2 pin covers going on right now.
And neither of them work out. I was confused as to who had it. That's the effects of an elimination matchup like this. And here, Goulash. Oh!
In the midst out of nowhere with the Green Terror.
And it takes it sky high to the show.
He is absolutely insane right now, Agent A. And then now Uso trying to take out Frankenstein's monster. Is it going to work?
1D!
He got him. Everyone is using their heavy artillery.
And Ace takes a kendo stick to Goulash. 2, 3. The show's gone. There's going to be a new Actionz Hardcore Champion.
Oh, boom.
A go to sleep to BLITZ. BLITZ is done.
There goes Goulash. Here we go.
One.
Will there be a new hardcore? No. And still, BLITZ is the only man with a hardcore championship in this matchup still.
Oh, and right to the eyes into a big kick. Damn.
And that kick has some real velocity on it. Multiple rotations by BLITZ. And now, picking up Anoai, deadlifting the Ghoul.
And here, Ace.
The hell is Kevin Ace have in mind? He's going to get into the fray. I'm not sure if he's going to do that with BLITZ and the Ghoul in the ring and Anoai.
Oh, he's going to play severely.
Oh my God, Galvatron
Maybe
bomb!
he wanted to be the biggest dog in the yard, you know, taking down the biggest dogs in the yard, but that's usually how that story can go.
He rolls out of the ring. What the hell does BLITZ have in mind? That ladder. Don't forget, Jey Uso still in this match. If Anoai and Uso
are the last remaining, that's a rivalry. You know, that's going to be a true testament. Those are the tag partners, the only people in this match that are still on good terms with each other. And now they have a standoff with BLITZ together. They're going to work together to take down the Gladiator.
That's what it's looking like right
Ace
now.
is going to get involved. BLITZ is fighting 1-on-2. No! 1-on-3.
And it looks like they're all trying to take up.
But now,
and Anoai
cuts the line in the sand first. Kick out. Uso. BLITZ.
Here we go.
Just
BLITZ. Oh wow, he just tossed him. That's a grown man that BLITZ just tossed aside.
And
where the hell's Anoai going with that kendo stick? Beating Kevin Ace over the head with it. Uso giving chase, and that kendo stick just broke over Jey Uso's skull.
Scoop, flip around, neck breaker.
Main event. And a ladder just dropped on Anoai for good measure. This match has been absolute pandemonium.
Here, BLITZ. Oh, a frog splash!
A 300-pound frog splash.
Well, and just crashing down right our area, K. I think we have more hardcore action after this. A Hell in a Cell between Ruination's finest, Undisputed, their leader, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But right now, the TIF Hardcore Champion has Mr. TIF powerbombed. While Ace, again making his presence known, swing, miss, strike out, perhaps. No. Ace still in the batter's box, still swinging. Ace,
Here we go.
In for
Oh
no.
BLITZ. He just forwarded Jey Uso up. And he's gonna go for the. Oh my God! The package power driver
and a neck breaker.
And then a power driver of Kevin Ace's own. 1, 2, and Anoai is out of here.
I said neck breaker, a pile driver. Yeah, that's why. Because AJ Anoai's neck is probably broken.
We are
it's a pile
down
driver,
to 3.
but damn. That's why I called it a neck
3.
breaker. That was ridiculously sick. And that.
Well, listen, neck breaker, DDT, power driver, it hurts. And it's going to jack up your spine. That's for damn sure.
And now, swinging away. BLITZ swings that. Oh my God, it's now down to main event Jey Uso. Anoai is gone. And again for the TIF. Oh man. Now Jey Uso, again, imagine him claiming back now that go. Now he's representing his tag team alone. And now Kevin Ace.
Kevin Ace lining BLITZ up. Oh my gosh, no. Kevin Ace went face first into the ladder. BLITZ. He's got something in mind. It's going to be that package powerbomb once again.
Down
oh my goodness.
Folds him in half. Uso, swing, the miss. Strike right there.
It didn't finish Ace before. Will it now? Look at BLITZ. Look at BLITZ. Look at the Gladiator. Oh, spine buster. Through the concrete. And as if BLITZ needed any enhancements, any weapons, that kendo stick in the hands of the Gladiator is a great sword.
And throws one. Try to throw it back to Uso.
Kevin Ace finding himself alone in the ring with a pissed off BLITZ. This is a nightmare situation for the Ace of Spades. But Jey Uso's getting back up. You best believe main event Uso wants his pound of flesh.
And now, Uso.
He's chucking that kendo stick. Here we go.
1D to Kevin Ace! Hooks the leg!
Is Ace out of here? Is Kevin Ace going to be out of this? No.
Definitely close.
Ace still alive.
But
Galvatron bomb. Who's he gonna hit? Who's he gonna hit? Oh, Uso's out of the way. His target was Ace. Ace
now,
smartly out of the ring. Uso trying to follow up, but he's
he doesn't. He kicks BLITZ in the chin.
Jey Uso doesn't back down from a fight. That's how he beat Gunther. That's how he's beat everyone who tries
and
to
BLITZ,
demean him, to try and diminish his wrestling ability.
And since and now wow. Is he gonna be the upset among upsets? Or is it gonna be Kevin Ace or BLITZ?
We already saw one tonight with the show being eliminated earlier in this matchup.
BLITZ.
But after that,
BLITZ is getting back into control.
that literal exploder suplex, I'm not too sure. Kevin Ace with a cheap shot to the back of the neck.
And now BLITZ.
What the hell? What the hell?
He's
That's a whole lot of flying gladiator that Kevin
trying
Ace,
a spine buster.
he just moved out of the way of. That would have been catastrophic.
Uso knocked in the face. Right hand. BLITZ sends Uso over the ropes. He's gonna launch Kevin Ace in the middle. Man. Has him here.
Blitz got a mind.
Flying clothesline.
Big man clothesline into the corner. And now the sights are on the Ace of Spades. Galvatron bomb with authority. With authority.
Hooks
now,
the leg. Uso. 1, 2, 3.
Kevin Ace.
Ace is done. Ace is done. Uso's back in. Now he's facing the gladiator.
Here we go.
My. Whoa.
Hitting combination with a bridge.
1,
Uso to win the Hardwood Championship this way. And no.
Uso.
Main event Jey Uso. He's been the man.
Oh!
Wow.
A chop sent the gladiator flying.
That's something we usually see from BLITZ. But Jey Uso now tapping into his own strength. There's a little bit of Umaga in there.
And now Uso rose up.
Once again.
1,
And he's using his
2,
leverage. He's using his leverage.
3.
Oh, he stole it. He stole one.
Jey Uso, the Actionz and TIF Hardcore Champion.
Perhaps the dark horse of this matchup. BLITZ was running through people. Kevin Ace. Goulash.
And now, Jey Uso stands in as a champion.
Look at the mayhem that this match provided us. Look at that kendo stick shot. That kendo stick later broke over the face of Kevin Ace by way of BLITZ.
And the GTS, this is one highlight showing because all of these finishers, all this crash course action, and a sight.
We had door explosions. We had kendo sticks, steel chairs.
Apropos, TIF and Actionz Hardcore Champion.
And this match was certainly hardcore. And Uso was hardcore.
And ladies and gentlemen, we do have more up next. AWF End of Days is not over. And we have a Hell in a Cell you can check out now. This match, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, you got it.
And this cage match has been a long time coming. Undisputed, the former pupil of the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. He had suffered around about a year of verbal, physical abuse in Stone Cold's dojo. Undisputed was constantly told he wasn't good enough. Every single mistake he made was wet with even more vitriol, even more venom from this man. And he finally had enough. You know, Kenneth Killgore likes to say that Mamba Ant is the sole reason for ruination. But I think this snake has as much stake in the game as Mamba Ant does. They're all going to settle it in that 4 panels of steel that has maimed men, caused injuries, ended careers.
The first ever end of days Hell in a Cell.
I think this certainly deserves it.
Look at the showmanship from the AWF to the Rattlesnake. You know, firmly so believe this man would not be back, and then he just shows back up on Ignition, primed, ready, and we are, you know, look, Austin says, you know, Austin signed a deal, K. He is a competitor going into Season 3.
He
wants to be. He wants to be in their weekly programming however he can be. Maybe that's matches, maybe it's refereeing, maybe it's co-general managing, who knows? But the man wants of his paws on a little bit of revenge, and he doesn't, you know, maybe this cell match isn't where it ends, but he feels like his work is far from done.
You know, I think that Stone Cold's meteoric rise to fame let all these people forget what a bitter son of a gun he was in that feud against Bret Hart. And even before then, Stone Cold has always been a man who keeps grudges. He will not let you rest until he feels that he is done with you. And for Undisputed, well, he welcomes that.
These two, after, again, months, these two had matches against Dr. Hayes. You know, that speaks for itself.
Exactly.
I don't know what how seriously we take Mr. Dr. Hayes.
You know,
but that is, yeah, and they lost, by the way. They lost.
Stone Cold always like to point the finger towards Undisputed for coming up short. Well, he never thought that maybe you're teaching him the wrong lessons if he isn't getting taught well. But now Undisputed is on his own.
And he's going to use those lessons, maybe against Austin, maybe just implying some of that of his own. He's going to take down the Elite and, you know, maybe... Should have did that. Well, whatever, fuck it. Doesn't get as elite as Stone Cold. A man with a good resume, and as you said, you know, he's kind of buried his past, so to say, with what he did afterwards. But no, he severely so was a pest to the Heartman, and now down, Undisputed, one, kicks up.
Stone Cold is no stranger to Hell in a Cell, obviously. I mean, the man was the Attitude Era, where the Hell in a Cell was brought down every time two rivals felt that a professional wrestling match, as it was not enough. They needed to be trapped and given the tools to do nothing but conduct absolute anarchy upon one another. And Undisputed, that's exactly what he's poised to do against his former mentor. Those forearms and then that headbutt.
Undisputed in control in the opening juncture of this match, stabbing the esophagus of Austin, trying to murder him.
This is going to get ugly. The only way I see this lasting long is if both men want to extend the torture that they are going to bring upon each other. And look at this. Bow and arrow there by Undisputed.
And Austin, oh, the cover, nope. Undisputed kicks up.
People also forget that before Austin injured his neck, he wrestled a more technical style. He had to switch to brawling so as not to injure his body further. But Steve Austin is as good as a technician as any man. Put him against any man's hold, and Austin will show you what he used to be able to do. So when you look at Undisputed and what he can do in the ring,
those knee braces on Austin, he's an older man. You know, look, that doesn't look like a man in his prime, and he clearly isn't. And Undisputed has taken good advantage of that. This is, oh my. Now Austin is going to swing Undisputed away. No.
Undisputed. Oh, with a big backbreaker. And TJ, Undisputed's Ruination brethren, couldn't get the job done tonight. In that absolute car crash that was the opening matchup. But let's hope that Undisputed has better wishes here against Austin.
And right now, there's several punches array.
This is extremely personal from Undisputed, who isn't usually an emotional man.
Undisputed. Oh, what the hell?
And now, on the bones that are already quite brittle, Undisputed, oh! Stomping on the arm of the Rattlesnake.
Contorting it as he did that. And now, drops him.
Look at this. He's gator rolling Austin around right now. Undisputed has been absolutely toying with Stone Cold. He recognizes the condition that he's in. You know, one of the things about their dynamic was always that Undisputed was the better athlete. He was in better shape. You know, let's face it, Austin's old. He may be the rattlesnake, but a lot of the tension between the two was from backseat coaching, in Undisputed's words.
Austin. This matchup. Oh, Austin refers to something there.
But this kid is now he's in the driver's seat. There is no backseat. It's a one-man show with Undisputed, and he's going to show Austin what he's learned.
He is lighting him up.
Austin has gotten completely... Oh, there we go. Austin now with a sweep of the legs. Didn't last too long because Undisputed rifles right back with a shot to the head. And you could call this one. But Undisputed certainly won't want to. He wants to inflict damage. All the suffering that he has caused. Austin's going to pay for it right now. A light tube and a stop sign.
Dragged into the ring.
60 years old is Austin.
He saves himself just for now. No.
Might have went for the Stone Cold Stunner. Undisputed with a throw.
Nice drag. And Austin escapes out. Oh!
No, I wasn't expecting this to be the second coming of Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, folks. But this has been honestly hard to watch on Undisputed's end. You can tell that he is fed up. Or he has been fed up. And rightly so. But damn it, kid. You gotta understand. Austin, he's aging.
Oh, aging or whatever. He made and laid his bed. Some people are proud of the old bastards they are. I consider Austin one of them. And here, Austin.
Once again outside of the ring. And now Austin! Austin has made contact with that steel cage. That has the potential to mar flesh.
And Austin.
To do heinous things to the human body. And Austin with a super kick.
I'm about to take the head off of Undisputed.
And speaking of taking the head off. And it looks like now Austin has been busted open.
Flipped right open, and here's Undisputed with these lighted up kicks.
Absolute punishment. And in every kick, you can see every time Austin verbally insulted this man. You can see every time Austin injured this man in the dojo purposely so he couldn't get on TV. Because he thought he didn't deserve it.
And Austin now is walking Undisputed over here. Sets him up onto the table.
What's he got? Undisputed. Austin just might be too damn old, Agent A. The quick step, has been lost. And when you're dealing with Undisputed, one of the best athletes in the AWF, that's a big mountain to climb.
And, oh wait, Austin, there he goes. He catches something. He catches a break right there.
He shows some light.
He sends Undisputed under the table. He has him. The rattlesnake is getting back there.
He's got a bit of bite in him.
Hooks up for a snap suplex.
Stone Cold.
Austin back to his feet.
Oh,
Undisputed. Kick up.
No.
Right to the face and jaw of Austin.
I'm afraid
hooks the leg.
Playtime is over. And Undisputed.
1,
just cut the
2,
head off the snake.
3.
In a match that didn't last very long, but told you everything you needed to know about Undisputed's feelings towards both Austin and the AWF. That right there, folks, that match was Ruination's mission statement. Coming back and getting revenge against the elite, against them, against those who held them down.
And he did just that, exercising a demon. Austin,
in a heinous way.
Austin might not even want to be a competitor. Maybe he'll rethink that contract signing, but he maybe not. But we saw a rattled rattlesnake tonight. Undisputed winning this Hell in a Cell matchup on a big end of day stage. We have more up next. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The winner of the A1 Classic, Jooce, the self-proclaimed greatest of all time, longest reigning champion in Actionz entertainment history, is set to face IWGP TIF World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. Jooce selected Reigns specifically because he claimed and picked this shot, and here at End of Days, we've seen a lot of action, and this match will have no shortage of it.
Well, this means a lot of things for the challenger, Jooce. For one, it's an opportunity to get his crown back. Sure, the Chaos Heavyweight Championship is in different hands, but the IWGP TIF Heavyweight Championship is something that Jooce has not held, and it's an opportunity for him to have yet another reign of dominance. On top of that, the lineage of that championship is something that also attracts Jooce, I'm sure. I already mentioned Okada in the past weeks, but we talk about Tanahashi, you talk about the Great Muta, even Vader, some of the legends in this sport who have held the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and Jooce can call himself one of them, but the championship is held by perhaps, I won't even say a legend in the making, a living legend, a current wrestling legend right now. He certainly is the stuff of legend. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns
is in this match. Roman Reigns' first ever, maybe only ever. But if that could change, that could not. This guy flips on how he feels about professional wrestling. But this could be the only time you see the Tribal Chief at End of Days. If if he sticks around, he might be here next year, Zoom calling his match.
Well. I mean, you're right. Roman Reigns has been under a lot of criticism on where he shows up, when he shows up, and when he doesn't.
And here you hear the sounds of his music. Roman Reigns to the ring, followed by mixed reactions. And he's looking around at these Memphis natives. And, what do you feel when you see Reigns, when you see the Tribal Chief, who even the TIF guys, who he shares a locker room with still, they don't like the guy. Even in that War Games match, they got the win, but they grit their teeth through that win. Would you believe them that?
Well, listen, Roman Reigns, we all know, is a phenomenal competitor. This sport is literally in his veins. His father, his uncle, the Wild Samoans, they bred him for this. They made sure that Roman Reigns was athletically gifted, was mentally gifted to be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Now, that championship and the men who have held it are different from Reigns. They work a different style than Reigns. They're not the kind of wrestlers that Reigns poses himself as.
Some might say they're actually wrestlers.
Well, who's a wrestler and who isn't, I don't think it's necessarily a topic of contention here. Reigns is an IWGP Heavyweight Champion because he is a wrestler and a damn good one at that. But a lot of discourse has been going around saying that he has desecrated that championship. I wonder if Jooce agrees with that or if he even cares at all.
And Jooce on one end of the ring, he looks confident, he looks ready. Reigns, the same could be said. He's coming off of a loss last Monday, but it definitely wasn't at his hands. If anything, he was the first right on out of that steel cage and standing tall in the process. Reigns holds up the IWGP belt, and the fans, some roar with cheers, some with boos.
Another thing, Reigns is a very smart man. A lot of things that he's done in this industry, in this sport, in matches that people don't agree with. But it has all have been for the preservation of the Tribal Chief and his championship reigns. And what he did on Monday, AWF, getting out of that steel cage, I don't think was any different. But there is no steel cage. It's mano a mano.
Jooce Reigns, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, one big Claymore! One big Claymore!
right up the chin.
1, 2.
Oh,
We have a new champion.
Wow! What do we get a replay of that? Oh my goodness! You know, this reminds me of when Sheamus caught Daniel Bryan off guard in 18 seconds and hit him with that big bro kick. That's exactly what that reminded me of. I think Reigns might have psyched himself out. Jooce was like a damn lion looking at a gazelle, and like he was shot out of a cannon and almost kicked Reigns' head off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the new champion, IWGP TIF World Heavyweight Champion, going into Season 3, and in a record match at the end of days, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, is downed.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the co-main event of End of Days. Women's Royal Rumble winner Angela will face on the Women's World Champion Hollywood. And Kay, talk about this battle of generations, this sort of, in the AWF, so to say. There's, Season 1, Angela was a founding mother, so to say, a founding lady of the AWF who defined the championship division with 2 world championships. Her rivalry with the Pebble, esteemed in her accomplishment of being one of the only faction in AWF history, part of AK-170, when those 3 young athletes walked out as world champs on the same night. And now, well, she's no longer with AK-170, as you say. She's got, oddly enough, back on better terms with them, but, she's still, above all, stands close with Goulash, and as far, this is her own words, as far as she's concerned, whenever Kenneth and Ant, get her help, they should, I've heard some incredible things that probably should make airwaves. She thinks quite literally so. The people in the stands, the people, you see everybody, maybe should be kissing their feet just for her being here. But hey, look, so she's in, she's ready, and she will be, hopefully her God complex doesn't get to her head up against a more mature competitor. And that's no slight to Angela, because even, she knows it. Everyone knows what she gets. When you get her, you sign up, and you get that crazed mixed. In Hollywood, when she saw Angela, when she got, Angela is the challenger for End of Days, she kind of, she just shrug it off. It's a cool, she's made it in more ways than one. A 3-time Women's World Champion now, and so to say.
Well, and I sincerely hope that Hollywood had second thoughts about that quote-unquote shrug, because you put it best. This is a battle of generations. This is a battle of 2 women who have defined the women's division here in the AWF. Of course, Angela, a pioneer of women's wrestling here in the AWF, alongside the Pebble, alongside Pink Danger.
But only holding 2 world titles.
Exactly.
And now, well, I say only, but Hollywood's broken that record. And now, well, let's see if Angela's able to tie, or she'll be down and out, as they say.
This is essentially the old guard, and we say the old guard, but Angela's pretty early in her career too. I mean, this could be this is a battle for the throne here in the AWF. And I mean, both these women match up incredibly well as well. They both have that strength. They're both incredibly agile. They're both incredibly smart. Phenomenal in-ring competitors. They've had moments in the AWF, viral moments. Of course, Hollywood having her, at End of Days, climbing up the table and just absolutely jumping.
Winning the world title at End of Days last year, and now defending this year. A 3-time Women's World Champion against a 2-time Women's World Champion. Angela.
Success, yes. And Angela.
Notice how Angela, no Goulash ringside. It's simply her. She feels ready. She looks ready.
And I hope that she thinks she's ready in her head, because that's where it starts. The mental.
Well sounds.
Look at that, still
Tight
stuck
lock
up
up,
there.
Hollywood.
You know, I'm not really sure if there's going to be a feeling out process here because, like I said, both these women are so physically matched. They might be looking into mirror images of one another. As here we go. Hollywood breaks the lock. A kick to the gut. Tried the right
swing,
hand.
the miss.
And now Angela, with some of her own, a stiff forearm. This match is starting out hot. Sharp knee to the gut by Angela. Then an uppercut now. I might give the roughness edge, though, to Angela. She has mixed it up with some of the roughest, the stiffest strikers here in the AWF and live to tell the story.
She is someone that quite literally men fear because, you know,
boom!
Choke slam. Back up. I say it with true intention. Oh, swing, a miss.
And now, big back body drop.
In for the spine buster. Angela went for something else.
Showing Hollywood who the woman in the AWF is.
And here, Angela uppercut. Right here, another uppercut.
Hollywood is
mighty.
Just taking those on the jaw. And I'm not sure if she feels the brain rattling or not. Oh my goodness! Innovative offense by Angela. The Women's Championship seems closer in her grasp right now, more than ever, Agent A.
And now she's going for it.
Oh my goodness!
Misses badly.
And she got full extension on that moonsault. That would have been right across the ribs of Hollywood. Hollywood now, welcome to prime time from Hollywood.
We all know that her and the guy that and Angela, you know, Angela, dear Lord Almighty,
they loathe each other. That's what we know.
There, back up, Angela.
Like I said, mental, mind games. Both these women are gonna play to try to get an edge over each other because they're so physically matched.
You know, here, down.
A little glam slam.
Angela using also welcome to prime time, more that attitude adjustment. And now let's see what she's going for now. No, this is just a mean, classic power bomb. Her head hitting the bottom turnbuckle on the way down.
High up on the neck and shoulders. Practically folded Hollywood up.
Now ragdolling her into the corner. Angela.
She has been making Hollywood look like a rookie here.
Oh, Angela getting ready to set up for something. Looking like her own walking to prime time.
She blocks the suplex. That's where you don't want to be if you're Angela. Under the aerial offense of Hollywood. Oh, nice crossbody. And she's gonna go to the top rope one more time. What she got in mind is Hollywood. 630 senton right across the ribs
for the win
to retain
one
Women's Championship of the world. Oh wow!
Angela's still seeing some fight somehow.
She almost went down. That 630 senton had maximum velocity, and that STO just shut Hollywood down.
And Hollywood Fisherman Buster.
Again, with that Royal Rumble win, Angela has been experiencing a career resurgence for a lot of this season. Oh! A lot of people thought she was MIA, but she was plotting. She had a strategy. Angela is one of the best for a reason. She won that Royal Rumble, and she's at the end of the day. This is her moment.
And she jumps in.
Here we go.
A Canadian Destroyer!
You gotta be kidding me. Canadian Destroyer over the bottom rope.
Angela expanding her horizons and her moveset, so to say.
I was talking about creating offense. That might have been the most creative thing I've seen all night. Boom! Angela's hitting Hollywood from every direction. Right, left, diagonal, up, down. My God. She's got to keep her head on a swivel.
No.
Oh, missing the shoulder block.
Now Angela. Oh, she does it again. No, that's a German this time.
Over the top with the German. Rallying the 69,000 strong. Women's Championship.
On the line. Powerbomb. Women's champ down.
And a big jackknife. Once again.
And this time, wait.
Whoa,
no. Angela. This is kind of her MO. That is her MO. She will put hands on anyone.
And she was a member of AK-170 for a reason. Angela showing her true colors. Hollywood out of the way.
The low road. And why wouldn't she? Angela, by any means necessary.
Hollywood knows what it's like to lose that championship in the hunt to get to end of days. There's a very real chance it could have been Oleana in Hollywood's spot. And she will not take that for granted. She will fight tooth and nail.
I think Angela would be doing this to my aunt's little cousin. I mean, yeah.
She's probably salivating at the thought, but she has Hollywood.
Oh, no.
And now that steel chair is right under them.
To prime time chair shot. And the ref could do nothing about it. Angela. Oh!
Once again!
Angela!
She's losing control!
Dumps the chair.
What the hell? The referee's incapacitated on that apron. Angela, once again, hooks the arms. Is going to be looking at prime time on a steel chair.
That one, just a bit more devastating than the last time. The Women's World Champion.
And now the referee. Hollywood drags him back into the ring.
And Angela picks him up. Hollywood still down. Hook of the leg. Oh no.
The referee's still trying to gain his bearings. He's still trying to gain his damn bearings. Angela assaulted him.
And does so again.
Just smacked him.
Down. Hollywood fighting back. The chair. Clothesline is getting overtime pay.
God doesn't even know where the chair came. He doesn't even know where it came from.
And Angela, the Women's World Champ, not gonna fall to that.
Angela took a liberty. Here we go. Here we go.
In and geared.
She's gonna dial it up. 6, 1, 9.
Back into the ring. Pokes the leg.
Here we go. Oh, and a kick out of one. A kick out of nothing. That was nothing. The referee, his hand didn't come down.
Scoop around. Jaded. Angela, what Iron Woman strength does she have? Hollywood.
With a freight train shoulder block. And these fans here in Memphis saying this is awesome. I certainly do agree. These are the top 2 athletes in the world. Going for the richest prize in the women's division. 450 splash. Hollywood, you are ridiculous. 1. And Angela will not be denied. 1 count. For the woman who built it all. This is her house, he says.
And she swings Hollywood around. Beautiful arm drag.
Hollywood is in a bad way. She is vulnerable. A sitting duck. Look at this.
What is hell freezing over?
And the frustration that Hollywood's starting to show as Angela is practically using her body as a jungle gym, Agent A.
Right hand. This is what Angela. Oh
no. Oh no.
That's not a welcome to prime time.
It's not an actual adjustment, no. Oh, air raid crash off of the middle rope.
Hollywood down. 1.
That's
2.
It. That's it.
3. We have a new Women's World Champion. And there is now a 3-way tie for most world titles in the women's division. 3 world championships for Angela.
Look at that. This battle could have gone either way, Agent A. Either way. It came down to neck and neck. But it was that air raid crash from Angela. A move we've seen take out so many competitors. She caught Hollywood with it. And now she has caught the women's championship in her grasp. Angela ascends once again to the top of the AWF mountain.
She stands as a champion should. Tall and as champ. You know, Hollywood, look, you can hate how she did it, but Angela, she's a women's world champion.
There will certainly be a lot of naysayers. That steel chair
and she is going to punch those naysayers in the face.
Well, she certainly is. Anyone who wants to make a testament to Angela, you take it up with her.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match up next is the main event. How did we get here? Let's find out. CM Loaf geared up. Spirit! of vengeance
Not like
again
this.
for the world title.
Kick out.
One,
He's gonna kick out.
two,
Not like this.
oh my God! And once again on this Thanksgiving, it's CM Loaf. The gold is his again.
And I will no longer listen to the whims and woes of uneducated, worthless, broke marks like you. I'm the best in the world. I'm the greatest to ever do it, and I'm the greatest that will ever do it.
Try me. I'll make you famous.
Curtis, he thinks that he can fight for you. Pretend that these people have any value.
You will feel the pain. You will get hurt. And you will suffer.
Everyone in the back is a worse version of me.
You will.
I am the person who matters.
Best
I am the greatest thing this company has ever produced.
in
I am the best in the world.
peace.
Okay, it's been a long year.
It certainly has. We have seen betrayals. We have seen new champions. We have seen tag teams formed and split. Stars coming to the horizon, win their first championships. It has all come down to this moment. Two former friends, two members of the Outliers group, find themselves in the main event of the second annual End of Days. I talked to Curtis for this matchup to see where his head is at, and he is still holding out a bit, is what I will say. He can't believe, like all of us, the leaf that CM Loaf has turned as of late. But the Iranian Reaper understands one thing. Every single one of these 69,000 people packed in this Memphis arena want to see that title change hands, and they wanted to see in the Iranian Reaper's hands, eh?
Okay, this is Curtis's first pay-per-view main event.
Wow.
And he is main eventing End of Days. He has won the Intercontinental Championship twice, the only competitor in AWF history to do so. He's won the Actionz Hardcore Championship, the Renegade Championship, both TIF and AWF, a two-time World Tag Team Championship, and now for the first time tonight, could be a World Singles Champion if he beats CM Loaf. Now, if this is the dark reality, if CM Loaf is able to win tonight, K, he'll become the longest reigning AWF World Champion in history.
As if the stakes could not get any higher. You see Curtis adorned with the colors of the Golden State Warriors, and alike to them, he will come out of nowhere. He will necessarily be the first timer. He will be the newcomer in this entire affair. Of course, we know Curtis is a mainstay of the AWF, but for a long time, people have been saying that he is championship material. He could be a world champion. Now it is his time to be.
Curtis, I've never been more game and ready to see two competitors face off, because this all, starting off, and with Curtis pile drive Loaf on concrete, as you saw in that package there, that video, and CM Loaf begrudgingly says he couldn't wait to take that mask off. The doctors say he rushed to do it. He doesn't like what that mask represents. So CM Loaf, he walks in. Let's see if he has this little boo thing with him. Wait a second.
No Kyra Silva in sight, Asian A.
Just a man walking down to some good old Southern tunes.
Now listen, I've despised the man that CM Loaf has become over the recent weeks, but the man standing on top of that aisle is the people's champ.
And perhaps, you hate to admit it, maybe perhaps the best wrestler in the AWF.
It's hard to contend.
It's
That's why
just
he's
now,
got the gold.
It's just now him saying it the way he does that rubs everyone wrong. And you know, hate him, love him, he holds that belt. And he holds it with a dominant hand. Has held it since Thanksgiving, November of last year. And
CM Loaf once told me that he imagines himself in the main event of a future End of Days. It was an interview I had with him around about the first End of Days. He told me whatever future End of Days he's a part of, he wants to be the main event. He wants to be the champion going into it. And when he wins, he wants the crowd to erupt like he's never heard before. Loaf has been in front of some great crowds. He wants the crowd to erupt. I don't think the Loaf then foresaw what the crowd is feeling, what we are feeling at this table, Agent A, here tonight.
I don't think the Loaf then foresaw what the Loaf now has done. That was Breadman Loaf.
Exactly.
This is undoubtedly, I don't even want to call him CM Loaf. This is a Stalin Loaf. Anyway, he holds up the AWF World Championship. Castro Loaf?
Listen, Loaf, above all else, is a man who believes that he's right. And in some instances,
Stalin thought he was right.
Precisely. In some instances, Loaf thinks, or in some instances, I have to agree with Loaf. The fans haven't always been on his side, but as the people's champ, it's his responsibility to try and weather the storm. If the people aren't on your side, gain them back. That's how you have a long life career being known as a hero. It seems like Loaf wasn't interested in that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world. You're here with us.
The most welcome bell I've ever heard.
End of Days has begun, and CM Loaf is in the grasp of the Reaper. The main event has begun of End of Days too. And a right hand from Curtis.
Sharp elbow there by CM Loaf. You know, I wonder which of these two men is going to let their emotions show first, because this has been very personal. Like we said, these are two former friends, you know, and I keep making the comparison, not like Mamba and Kenneth Killgore. There's always been some tension between the two, always a friendly rivalry. But these two were legit the best of friends. They traveled up and down the road together. Curtis with a nice moonsault DDT. They traveled up and down the road together. Shared stories, shared wars, fought in bars. That's the kind of brother, that's the kind of friendship that lasts lifetimes, honestly. It lasts lifetimes, it lasts longer than lifetimes.
We're not witnessing any of that right now. Curtis,
no, we're not.
Curtis,
because the most important prize
is sending him to Iran!
Oh my God! Not even a tombstone. That was a spike pile driver, an old school pile driver in the home of Jerry Lawler, the man who made that move so infamous.
And rains down several right hands. Here, tosses him aside.
I'm afraid this is going to be a bloodbath. Because the Iranian Reaper has seen CM Loaf turn into the very man that he hates. And when Curtis hates somebody with every fiber of his being, well, it becomes just that, a bloodbath. I mean, let's talk about the absolute insane. Loaf has become insane. And I couldn't believe my eyes when he almost speared Miss B. And oh no, Curtis
takes a crash landing. Loaf sitting senton.
The people's champ taking advantage.
Spears nearly tries to spear the boss. A few weeks later, he gets this little chick on his arm. It's just been a downward spiral of hell on earth if you're a CM Loaf supporter.
The lack of self-awareness,
oh man.
Like I said in the Silva match when we saw him earlier, the lack of self-awareness has been alarming. CM Loaf was a down-to-earth man. Sure, he's a people's champ, one of the most popular guys in sports, not just wrestling. But Loaf, at the end of the day, was a man that you could talk to, have a cup of coffee with, talk about life. But now he thinks that the fans have turned his back on him. I understand why, but like I said, weather the storm, champ. You are the poster boy of the AWF for a reason. And look at this. Nice takeover by Loaf.
He wrenches the arm away. Oh, man.
Tommy couldn't get it to go. Again, those arms of Curtis are like tree trunks. I'm not understanding what. Oh, here we go. Nice power slam. I'm not understanding the strategy of Loaf and trying to snap it, at least that early in the match. Might need some more wear and tear, but look at this. Lion tamer with the knee on the back of the neck by Loaf. Curtis with those powerful leg spins. The People's Champ out of there.
Curtis out of the way. Big slap. CM Loaf gets him into the corner.
Technically sound, technically gifted individuals. Loaf there with a clothesline.
We have hope. Jumps. Kick to the back of the head.
Loaf felt embarrassed last night of days. Here, he is the reigning, defending AWF champion, and he just scorpioned himself. Curtis! Oh, here we go. We're going for the bear beater on the outside. That could have been something special. And now Loaf with the calf killer. That's how you do it. Curtis is damn near 7 feet. Way more than 300 pounds of pure muscle. If you want to beat him, you have to cut him down to your size. Look at these fans, Agent A. They are going ballistic right now.
CM Loaf is in complete control.
Here we go.
Oh my God! The fight on the outside.
There's going to be no shortage of malicious techniques and holds in this matchup. This is about more than who's on top, who's at the bottom of the AWF. This is more than friends. This is more than trying to spear Miss B. This is for the gold. Like I said, the richest prize in our sport. For glory, for pride. More than anything, that's something that these two men, frankly, they lust over.
And Loaf holds.
Look at this, look at this. Once again, trying to break down Curtis. You notice that Loaf hasn't been going for any of those high-impact moves. Curtis knows his stuff. Both of them know their
Trying
stuff.
to kick
But once
and
again,
got caught.
oh! The scary agility of the Iranian Reaper might earn him the championship here. And no, CM Loaf with a kick out. I wonder how much that took out of him though, eh?
He's getting back up slowly. He started this match off with the highest, spikingest maneuver he could take. So from now on, I feel like, he has a good little pain tolerance, perhaps. Kick, low section.
Either that or he just might be numb. Who knows? After this match, CM Loaf will feel the effects of that spike power drive around the outside to start the matchup. But now, you get the Juji Katami.
Trying to get Loaf and get Curtis away from the ropes. It's not working.
And that's one of the problems with a man as large as Curtis, Agent A. When you try to submit him, you don't know exactly where the rest of his limbs are. He's too damn tall.
Gets him away.
To not be aware of the ropes on any given hold, because he can get a rope break easier than most, and proves my point yet again. CM Loaf has to drag him in the middle, and now Loaf eyeing down Newton.
Got a mean streak today. Let's hope that doesn't continue. Loaf is trying to see what Newton sees.
You've already seen him do damage to the official earlier tonight in favor of his bow. Kyra Silva, as a nice DDT, drops the 7-footer.
He rains down the right hands.
Loaf is being meticulous here. He is being methodical. He's making sure that no mistakes are made on the journey to defend his championship.
Curtis clipped open. He's bleeding.
It's not good. Not good when you're a big man and you need that conditioning as is. You need that stamina. Losing blood is only going to mean you lose oxygen. You lose energy! Spirit of vengeance! Spirit of vengeance! Curtis was just sky high and came crashing down with a thud. No. The Iranian Reaper still in this one after hellacious Spirit of Vengeance. I have no clue, folks, how Curtis kicked out of that.
Bleeding over more in the face. Curtis is literally loopy, guys.
He's going to have to fight from underneath. Is Curtis. Everything he's got in his heart, in his soul.
In here. Loaf. Dumped into the corner.
Curtis is up right there, Loaf.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, wow! And a nice counter. He might have been seeing that avalanche wheelbarrow, and now CM Loaf didn't know where he was. Curtis was halfway across the ring on that one. Drives Loaf to the ropes.
And tossed over.
Up and over is Curtis. CM Loaf. Here we go. Frog splash! The late, great Eddie Guerrero is shining down on us right now, and he is proud of that frog splash.
As CM Loaf continues to beat the daylights out of Curtis.
That headband isn't doing a damn thing. CM Loaf knows where that incision is, that cut that Curtis has, and he is working over it right now.
And he's lifting him up for that's a damn Styles clash!
Oh my gosh! And because of the size of Curtis, he couldn't even maneuver it properly. He had to fold his leg up. He probably did tenfold, twicefold the amount of damage. Here we go. Oh my God, Curtis was out of the way. Perhaps not completely, but just enough to gain the advantage here in his main event.
For the AWF World Championship, Curtis steps back into the ring and lifts up CM Loaf.
Here we go. Face first into the top turnbuckle. Curtis, for the first time in a while, is in the driver's seat. And just as I say that, the People's Champ, the reigning champ, turns things around.
Hoist him up, 4-8.
Oh! A little bit of a glam slam there. Using Curtis's weight to his own advantage is Loaf. And once again, raining down. I said it was going to be a bloodbath. I was not expecting Curtis to be the one
Kips up
to spill blood first. A knee right to the jaw. CM Loaf, clothesline.
CM Loaf wants the Reaper to bleed. That's exactly what he's doing.
Curtis out of the ring once more. After that electric start, the Iranian Reaper, he has felt silent in this matchup. The People's Champ has been having his way. And for every naysayer, which I'm sure is every one of these 69,000 people, they are being proven horribly wrong by CM Loaf's offense. And now, Curtis fighting back. Headbutt. Ramming his face into the apron.
Rolls out of the way. Right hand misses. But that was nearly going to connect. A bear beater choke slam. CM Loaf instead wrap around.
And a huge suplex to the outside.
His head and a little bit of that apron.
You're right. It bounced off that apron into the already injured head, the forehead of Curtis. That is horrible. And CM Loaf.
Get ready for the signature buckshot. And he's off the ropes with a big splash for the win.
How incredible is CM Loaf between those four posts? Not incredible enough to defend his championship in this instance, as Curtis finds it in his loins to kick out of that. But will he kick out of this? This has been the reason Loaf is
Spirit of Vengeance
over the AWF as our world champ for this long. The reason why he might become the longest. What the hell was that?
The people want one more time.
Is he listening to the people right now? This man.
Oh, no! No!
Not in the main event. Not where it counts the most.
CM Loaf. What a clothesline.
He's lost his damn temper. That's what I'm talking about.
Equation.
The champ I used to know wouldn't resort to things like this. The champ I used to know would suck it up.
Steel chair. No, Curtis.
He would keep going. But Loaf, his temper, he's got a short fuse all of a sudden. But Curtis, he's going to take advantage of that. That chair is on the mat, but it doesn't say Curtis's name on it.
That's a right hand. Curtis picking up CM Loaf. Hoist him.
What's it going to be? What's it going to be?
Right on the chair!
Oh! Fall away moonsault on the chair. Is Curtis going to do it? There's no damn ref. He doesn't matter.
Lifting up CM Loaf, spins his head.
No,
Pile driver.
No,
Go to White Red
no,
for the win.
Oh my goodness, and a rope break. A rope break. At the most heartbreaking juncture of the matchup. I thought he had it won.
Oh no, he misses that time.
It's the moonsault. It's not looking good for Curtis, who hoists Loaf up in the shoulder.
Perhaps Curtis' best shot just went out the window, but to know he's still going, he's still fighting, and CM Loaf fighting back. A slap to the face.
Every fan is out of their seat. I'm on the edge of mine right now.
Right hand.
This match is reaching a hostile point. This
CM
arena is
Loaf.
cooking up. Loaf asked for more. I'm not sure if you want to slug with the Reaper. There's a reason why they call him the Bear Beater. It's not a myth.
Loaf is... Now he's had enough of, I guess.
Oh, he baited him, I think.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
CM Loaf
On
with
the
a...
top rope as well.
And now...
A 619 and...
Shooting star press!
How low was he in the air?
1, 2...
Oh, and that kick out by Curtis. Take a picture of that and frame it. CM Loaf might have got the longest hang time I've seen of anybody here in the AWF.
And a big... Oh, my.
That shooting star press was angelic.
Where did it be? Anyway, here, coming in right now, another... Go to Iran!
And Curtis, down and out, still finds a way to land that knockout shot. And knew he gets the position.
1,
It's gonna crown a new champion here. Oh, what the hell? Loaf. And that was 2? That was 2. That was a 2 count. That was a 2 count.
And Curtis is not champ.
Double boost to the face. This match has been an absolute war. A slugfest.
CM Loaf, this time around he's giving it. He's fighting back.
Who will live to tell the story?
Curtis stumbles back after that pop. CM Loaf.
A classic in Memphis. And
Across the face.
catches the left hand from Curtis. Curtis gonna pop right back. So is Loaf.
Into a right hand. CM Loaf dared.
And here we
He
go.
got his
Here we go.
wish.
Here we go. A hockey fight. A hockey fight. In the city of Jazz.
Loaf stands tall. Shot to the face. Another one. Down goes Curtis.
Curtis rolling out of the ring. Loaf was poised to do more damage. And he might do it right here. He's on the apron. High altitude. What the hell? Loaf!
Crossbody misses!
No! Evaded the crossbody to Curtis. And now the champ is the one reeling. Hoists him up for the superplex. Drapes him. What the hell? Oh, big boot!
Reeling. Curtis. Shot right there.
This has been
Loaf thrown into the post.
an absolute back and forth battle. I thought it'd be over by now. Both these guys have hit each other with cannon
And
shots.
still
With
a
their
kip
best
up.
shots. Spirits of vengeance. Go to Iran's.
And Loaf.
Attempted bear
They're
beaters.
back in the ring.
A kick to the side of the head. A double kick. Knocked Curtis out.
CM Loaf in his ear, yelling for more.
Oh, and he got more. He got more. He's getting more right now. Curtis might have been going for another go to Iran. But now, CM Loaf. Oh no, he got him. He's up on the shoulders. Face first into the ring post. Curtis, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Arabian press from Curtis. 1! Is that it? Oh my goodness, and still, the match goes on.
Loaf tries to get out of dodge.
These are two of the most elite, two of the most driven, the most motivated athletes in AWF's history. What a treat we're getting. Battling out right now for the World Championship.
And Curtis
CM Loaf, the most durable punching bag in the world, because he's still fighting back. He's still fighting back. The punching bags don't punch back.
That's what it appears to be. And now CM Loaf with a nice Hurricane Rana takeover. And that's big for Loaf in this. But once again, it's Curtis going for that power jabber. No, my God, that's the last ride. That's the last ride of the concrete on the outside.
And now has him ready for the go to Iran.
He's got to get him back in the ring. That's the only way Curtis makes history tonight. That's how he writes his name in the books. And he says it's over. What the hell is he doing? Count is at 9, and Curtis back into the ring now.
Back outside, giving, I guess he's trying to give CM Loaf the chance to get back up, but seeing in the champ, maybe,
that struggle back to your feet can take some energy.
Oh,
what? Was that a bear beater? That Logan was hit there. Was that a bear beater choke slam he attempted? That would have been the ultimate disrespect. And I'm not sure
it's a
how.
back suplex!
Oh my goodness, on the steel girder. This fight has spilled to the outside. It started as a wrestling match. It has ended as a brawl. Here we go. Oh my goodness, European uppercut. He took Lowe's head off.
How much airtime did he get on that? Cuts it right back into the outside.
CM collecting air miles. He's also collecting fists here in Memphis, here in the main event of the big show, the big kahuna.
And here, Curtis with a right hand. Another.
Shots to the midsection.
And again, this
go to Iran. Got that go to Iran. Once again on this steel, Curtis, he is hell-bent on making sure that AWF Championship leaves with him. And now it's Curtis raining down the right hands on Loaf. Might be trying to bust the champ open right now.
And no blood being drawn from the champion.
It's only a matter of time.
There it is. There it is. And Loaf back to life.
The bloodbath ensues.
A mandible!
Mandible claw! The count is at 7. Mandible claw! I'm not sure if either man realizes that the referee's count has reached 7. They need to get back into the ring. Loaf does. He doesn't need Curtis to be in the ring. But still, maybe just a sliver of honor, still within CM Loaf.
You wouldn't want to end in disappointment.
Certainly not. I mean, even the most the cowardly version of CM Loaf can understand that he's got to leave the people with a victory. An emphatic victory. A decisive one.
And here, down with a leg drop.
The Reaper. Hoist Loaf up. I don't know what this is going to be, but it promises to be emphatic. It may also be the end of the match. Here we go. Another fall away moonsault slam.
For the win!
Drove him through the mat. It's CM Loaf. Oh my goodness, and he kicked out. Once again, Loaf.
Curtis. These two again with a strike exchange.
Think about what these two guys are fighting for. For Curtis, it's to finally be among the names that he came up with. And has got himself one. Killgore has got himself one. Loaf does. BLITZ,
Grizzly,
Deuce, Grizzly. All those guys, Curtis watched blossom. He hasn't got himself one. For Loaf, it's about making sure that of all of the names I just mentioned, he is the best.
The longest reigning in history with the AWF World Title. Will it be CM Loaf?
With blood trickling in the eye of CM Loaf,
No.
I'm sure he is seeing nothing but red. He's full of rage and wrath at these people, at this Curtis. Hell, even me and you at this commentary desk.
Right hand. He's delusional, as you've mentioned. And
with delusion comes fanaticism. He is absolutely just wild. He's a psychopath. CM Loaf about this wrestling thing is. And before that used to be a good thing. But now that's leaked into his personal life. He's made bad decisions.
And now Curtis!
But this may be his worst. Striking the ire of the Iranian Reaper as he sent it to Iran.
Down!
Yet another time in this matchup, CM Loaf, will he bite the bullet? And that kick out of CM Loaf has been the story for most of the matchup, for all of the matchup.
And oh, Curtis, beautiful jabs.
But every time it gets less and less emphatic. That was barely just a shoulder.
And still, he's begging for more. CM Loaf.
Not sure if that's what you want to do with Curtis.
He's back up.
Here we go.
Back body drop. Right hand to the face. That bloodied area gets blood on his glove that he relishes in. Curtis, the big
What
man.
the hell is he doing on the top rope?
Curtis.
What is he doing on the top rope?
Going for
Oh
it.
no! That's it! Call it! That's it! Count to 100!
One.
That's it!
2!
No champ, what the hell?
And CM Loaf. Curtis.
I am at a loss for words. I don't know whose performance is more impressive.
Oh!
The absolute mission statement that Curtis is on, or the one that Loaf is on, to not be
Out of the way. He finally
empty-handed, leaving Memphis, Tennessee.
evades. Curtis gets a knee.
The flight out of this city
One right hand.
to New York is going to be very long.
Another. Oh, Curtis. No.
And CM Loaf, what the hell? He's hulking up here in Memphis. He says, you
Right.
have messed up.
Several right hands. Sends it off the ropes. Curtis, a big boot. Down. The leg drop. The big leg.
The big leg. The atomic leg drop. And look at him doing a damn victory lap. And you know that was on purpose. He drops the big leg. Now gonna drop the big spear.
Spirit of vengeance. Down for the win.
Kick out, Curtis. Kick out.
1,
Kick out.
2,
Kick out.
3.
Oh my goodness.
And when you wake up and when we come back, folks, we will have a longest reigning champion in history.
That plane ride from Memphis, Tennessee to New York will be very long. And on that ride, well, I'm saying ride, CM Loaf at this point probably has a private jet. But on that plane ride, Curtis will have to think about a many number of things. I'm afraid this night is going to haunt him. Because CM Loaf, with little interference, with little foul play, was just the better man tonight.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was history written and personified. Another year around the year of Actionz Entertainment. CM Loaf is our champion going into Season 3. And we're sorry if you don't like that, but you did stay up to watch that. So that's on you, not on us. Thank you for watching. And hey, we'll be here back for Season 3 in June. And while we're gone, you can catch me and Ben Singleton on MLA Baseball tomorrow, Memorial Day, opening day. And be there or just enjoy your day. But thank you from me, from Kay, from everybody. You guys
What a
made
trip around the sun.
this has been
It's been
awesome.
absolutely amazing.
Now Season 3, we're gonna crank
Even
it up
more
even
action.
more
More
entertainment.
chaos.
And well, over and under who gets betrayed first. It might be this guy. Well, no, he has no friends.
Oh, hey now.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics say he's money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap of toes, you celebrate the minute you was having dope. I'm like, fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with radio if I don't play they show. They don't play my hits. Well, I don't give a shit. So Rap mags try and use my black ass so advertisers could give them more cash for ads. Fuckers, I don't know what you take me as or understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has. I'm from rags, the richest niggas, I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Yeah, it's 94 and my trunk is raw. In my rear view mirror is the motherfucking law. I got two choices, y'all. Pull over the car or bounce on the devil, put the pedal to the floor. And I ain't trying to see no highway chase with Jake. Plus I got a few dollars, I can fight the case. So I pull over to the side of the road. I heard, son, do you know I'm stopping you for? Cause I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. Am I under arrest or should I guess some more? Well, you was doing 55 in the 54. Lost in the registration and step out of the car. You carrying a weapon on you? I know a lot of you are. I ain't stepping out of shit, all my papers legit. Well, do you mind if I look around the car a little bit? Well, my glove compartment is locked, so it's the trunk in the back. And I know my rights, so you gon' need a warrant for that. Aren't you sharp attack? You some type of law or something, somebody important or something. I ain't passed the bar, but I know a little bit enough that you wanna legally search my shit. Well, we'll see how smart you are when the K9 comes. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit now, me. Once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had a strong arm, a hoe. And this is not a hoe in the sense of having a pussy, but a pussy having no goddamn sense. Try and push me. I try to ignore him, talk to the Lord, pray for him, but some fools just love to perform. You know the type, loud as a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. And only thing that's gonna happen is I'ma get the clapping, and he and his boys gonna be yapping to the captain. And there I go trapped in a Kit Kat again.